right, I think we're live. Looks like we are. Hello everybody. Good lord. Let's see here. Hello. I hope I'm coming through loud and clear. I probably should have done a test stream or something, but I mean, I don't stream on YouTube, so I wouldn't know. Hello everybody. It's been a while. Very first, I have updated the bitrate from the last streams. I don't know where I don't know why I had the bitrate so low before, but it should be a lot better. We'll see. I guess if I decide to load up Halo MCC, which I'm probably going to at some point during the stream. I have no idea how long we're going for today. Good lord. What a week. What a fucking week. So I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait a little bit for more people to hop in here, but to go over what we're doing today is obviously a lot of new info has been shown about Campaign Evolved. It's still being shown. We've got the people getting flown out to the island to look at to look at demos. So I think this is it. I think we're kind of in it for the long haul now. I think it's going to be like more and more news, more info up until launch. Not quite the drought that we had earlier. But yeah, I hope we've all had a fun week seeing just how bizarre the Halo community has been, because good lord, it has been a week. I love this scenery. Yeah, I whipped this together. Some background footage. I had some for Halo 2, that was all left over from when I made my Halo 2 video. Because I'm weird. When I made my video, I wanted like scenic shots. And I love video game environments too. So I decided to quick whip one up for Halo 1 because it's appropriate, because it's Halo 1. Yeah, I have some thoughts. I've got some strong opinions. I mean, I already am prepping for my review. But yeah, I don't know where we should start. I guess very quickly, for those who weren't here the last couple streams, which it's okay if you weren't. Those streams, how long ago were those streams? Was it like October, November? It was when they first showed off the game. And we made some predictions, quite a lot of predictions. In hindsight, I wish I had been a little bit more, what's the word? I wish I was a little more like organized with all of this, because this was kind of just vomited out onto a screen. But the basic gist is that we were kind of like predicting stuff. We were predicting like stuff that we were expecting in the game, because this was before a trailer had even shown up. And then the trailer did occur, as well as the gameplay demo. So then we quickly went through and did some stuff. They've only showed off Campaign Evolved though. That was the big mistakes that I made. I predicted that we would hear news of the second Halo game that they were allegedly working on, which was a multiplayer title. I think that has just straight up been like either memory hold or perhaps just like, I don't know, like maybe just it's gone. It very well could be. But yeah. I'm trying to see if I can do that. What are the odds it's just the multiplayer for CEmake? No, I think what's what has been the current prediction is that they're looking to replace Infinite multiplayer. There was talk of like a Halo Battle Royale, which I think is part of that. I think that's what we were discussing, is that was part of whatever free-to-play live service Halo game they were making. We haven't heard anything about it. It may have turned into abandonware, vaporware at this point. Who knows? Either way, we made a lot of predictions. We got some stuff wrong, actually. I was underestimating some stuff. I'm shocked they managed to get it out in time. You know full well that at some point, someone at Microsoft was telling them, like, we can't delay this another year like we did for Infinite. Which is shocking, because remember with Infinite, it was like, the demo was so bad they had to push it back an extra year. Like, I sometimes forget that. Would you rather a Halo Fortnite clone or a Halo R6 clone? I could go for a Halo R6. I hate Battle Royale. I just don't like them. A tactical Halo game? I don't know. We haven't seen that before. At least it's something. But yeah, we're in for it. Is Xbox even profitable? Apparently not. According to the new Xbox, whatever her role is, the CEO, lead, whatever. Apparently not. Apparently they just aren't making money. So we'll see about that. Here, I'm gonna make this document a little smaller to so you guys can appreciate the scenery in the background. But yeah, that's kind of all we're doing today, and I think we're gonna start. I think we're actually gonna pull up some of the trailers here, of which I've got all of them. So this is gonna be hard figuring out like where to start. I guess we have the story trailer, we have the new missions trailer, the Skulls and co-op trailer, and then they released third-person gameplay, and then an entire walkthrough of the level, Assault in the Control Room. So I think we're going to start with the story trailer first. I don't know if there's going to be much to talk about in here that we already haven't predicted. I'm going to keep the volume low. Also, god damn it, Firefox does this stupid fucking thing. Give me a sec. There we go. So that already, very interesting. People were pointing that out, captured on PS5. Which, I mean, we knew. We knew they were working on a remake that was going to be for multiple different consoles. We knew that. Helldivers, but Halo.
Now move it out. Double time.
Alright. Well, right away, very first off, we got Steve Harvey here. And this is not Dave Scully. There was a lot of weird gaslighting and misinformation going on by people saying like, "Oh no, he's listed in the IMDb." No, it's not Dave Scully. It's a different guy. Who was it? I looked it up just earlier. Keston John, the new voice actor. He does an okay job. I understand why they couldn't get Scully, because Scully has retired, and he's been retired for what, like 13 years at this point. But yeah, I mean, he does his best. He just isn't Scully, unfortunately. That's a hard big shoes to fill, unfortunately. I just kind of there's so much happens here. So like, this is the inside of the Pillar of Autumn. At first, I was confused by this shot. I'm like, are they inside the atmosphere? Like, what's going on here? No, it's just the way the planet is right there.
We were losing the war.
And so we see there's like, they had to make this scene a lot more epic. You got spaceships.
By an alien alliance bent on our eradication.
Which, I mean, okay, I won't complain about that, because like, canonically it did happen. There were ships shooting down the Pillar of Autumn, which is obviously they didn't render them in game.
Pushed in alliance.
This I wanted to quick say, we saw this originally during the demo. And they fixed the flickering lighting. I noticed that. The lighting pop-in. They fixed it for these trailers. So I don't know if that's something they actively just fixed for for the trailer or if that's something they fix on the engine side. I'm gonna guess the former. But yeah, we're just kind of skipping through this. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, kind of what we've like. This isn't a shocker. You've got like the same cutscenes from before, except framed a little differently. They're trying to make it more epic. I don't know how I feel about this, but whatever. It doesn't matter. They drift to the Halo ring.
It wasn't refuge.
Here we go. Here's our Windows 10 wallpaper.
It was something ancient. Beautiful.
The one thing I've noticed so far is anytime they do these gameplay trailers or these nice cinematic trailers, same with their screenshots, they always remove the color tinting. I'm noticing that. They did the same thing when they showed off the Silent Cartographer demo. There was like a weird yellow haze over everything, and it's gone now.
Beautiful.
This I'm not a big fan of it. I don't quite like how they redesigned this, but hey, I'm just nitpicking. We'll get there. Very more agreeable than I was hoping. Very shiny. People have been pointing that out. Again, this is stuff that we've talked about before. Everything that we talked about in the original streams could apply here. We have to make this level look a lot scarier. I'm assuming this is 343 Guilty Spark. This could be the library though. It looks more like Guilty Spark with the colors. They did remove the rock arch, and so then this is clearly inside Truth and Wreck. The second time you go there, a lot more flood stuff, as Mandalore would say. A lot more of the meat moss. Same stuff we saw before.
The Covenant followed us here.
Ooh, people had some choice opinions of how this ship looks. Unrelated question: do you have more plans for more Metro vids? Maybe Stalker 23 review. Eventually. I hate to go off on a tangent here. I'll let you guys appreciate this ship as I quickly explain. I find it funny how every time I make a video of a game, it's always like the next video everyone wants to be for the sequel of that game. Same thing happened when I made Halo 2. When I made the Halo 2 video, everyone wanted the Halo 3 video. And now everyone wants the Last Light video. I'll say eventually, not right away though. Manage your expectations. It's going to be a while. I got other stuff that I'm working on. I've got a big video that is upcoming. My schedule is fucked this summer, chat. I'm sorry. It is completely fucked. Because I've got maybe what might be the longest review I've ever made for any game. Which I'm going to desperately try and get done, so I then have time to make a Halo Campaign Evolved review, but it's going to take a while. So I do have thoughts on this though. I didn't pause here for an arbitrary reason. There were a lot of people who were wondering why the ship looks so weird, and I saw some people. Which, first off, the Covenant cruiser, one of my favorite designs. I love the weird like fish, like almost like the Anomalocaris type looking fish. All the Covenant ships were designed to look like fish and like ancient fossils. Like that's kind of what their design was in the original Halos. So my theory has been, and I'll flash this back up again on screen. If it wants to, which it's seemingly not wanting to. Why isn't this loading? Why is this not loading? Oh, because it's on another layer. There we go, because I'm dumb. So my prediction from the beginning was, we know they're using AI. They've been very coy about how they're using it, which begs the question, like, okay, you guys are being very coy. Like, in what way? My prediction, my very specific weird prediction is I think they're doing it for concept art. I don't think they're using it for textures or for, oh, Pat sent us. Hey, welcome in. Welcome from Pat. Sorry if I miss any messages. I'm trying to scan chat for names that I recognize. It's hard. But Yeah, I don't think textures or voices, I don't think they're using AI for that. I do think, however, my weird conspiracy is is the concept art, the general like design language of this game is coming from AI generated artwork. That's my baseless theory, but I have a hunch. I have a hunch that there is a lot of this game was driven by concept art generated by AI because it just kind of, you look at it and you're like, yeah, a person didn't look at this and say, oh, this is a nice redesign for the ship. It's like an AI looked at it and then quickly redesigned it. Also, this lighting, it's way too bright. But hey,
If they
I'm
claim this place,
I'm nitpicking. Here we go. here's
they claim this.
here's Germa. Um, she's blue. She's blue. She's not purple. I just wanted purple Cortana. That's all we wanted. They made her purple for Infinite, and then she's back to blue again. So I think I think we made a prediction there. Where's she looked frumpy? I love that was one of our predictions. I guess I didn't put in the color here. Um, but no, yeah, she is blue. She's not Orpal, which is a shame. I like the Halo. I have a fondness for the Halo 1 Cortana. That like purple. What was it? What was she designed? She was based off of like Queen Nefertiti or something like that. That's kind of why she has the shorter hair. I like that design. It's very underrated. Um, no super chats. I've never done super chats. I don't know. I don't know how to use them. Um, I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know how I would enable them or use them or what. Um, everyone's like, she's good. I'll be honest. I'm not quite getting the same uncanniness. Hey, the Halo Infinite Cortana was infinitely more uncanny than this Cortana. This one's still pretty uncanny though. I think the Halo TV show Cortana. I think that's probably bottom of the barrel. We were checking out the Xbox 360 lighting for Halo 4 at the end of the last stream. Man, but I hope your stream went well. I saw you guys were playing some Fallout earlier. But yeah, let's continue onward. We're not getting much from this trailer, unfortunately. There's Keys. We haven't got a good look at his face yet. I'm nervous for how they're redesigning him. Not a fan of the Marine design though. This is very much like Halo Reach armor design. The Halo Anniversary, which was the Halo Reach armor, which I'm not a fan of. I miss the bulky, blocky gray, kind of like gray and brown and bronze armor. I'm a fan of that, but not here. So yeah, it looks like all the recognizable cutscenes, but it's done a lot more stylishly, a lot more cinematic. Oh, this I was making predictions about as well. Good lord, where this is all. Yeah, so I made this prediction here, and I think I'll confirm it. More cinematic moments. They're very clearly taking parts of the game, like a part of the game where Master Chief would walk through and see a dead body. Like they're turning this into like a more cinematic moment.
That's not going to happen.
Oh man, poor Steve Downs. He sounds tired. They all sound tired. Jen Taylor, Steve Downs, they both sound very tired.
That's not going to happen.
He does sound tired. I like Steve Downs. I hope he gets he gets to enjoy his retirement. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for both of them as actors. It's like, hey, we want you to re-record the lines you read 25 years ago. Just we're going to adjust them to make them worse. Good stream. Sent a message about enabling super chats. Ooh, let me check that. I will actually quick check that. Gotcha. I don't know where. Whatever. I do this for free anyways, chat, so it's not like I'm missing out. I'm still not sold on this armor design. I'm really not. And I'm struggling to to grasp why. And I really think the Mark V only looks good in low poly lighting. I really do think that it only looks good in 2001 Xbox graphics. I don't know. That could be me. I have yet to see it, and that's my problem too. I've yet to see a good render of like this armor design in this, in like more modern upscaled graphics. You know what? No, I take that back. I have seen a couple good designs, but they've been heavily stylized. I think I've retweeted a couple of them. A little more, not maybe anime isn't the right word, but a little more stylized, a little more edgier.
Happen.
It just doesn't work in this lighting. Anyway, here we go. Here's the montage. Everyone's complaining the shotgun before 343 Guilty Spark. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff in this that people are like ripping to pieces. The way I'm seeing all of this is there's so much worse stuff to be focusing on. Like, but we're grasping at like surface level stuff. There is so much more that there's so much more stuff to focus on. Here we go. Is this gonna work now? Okay. I think this is enabled. I don't know. I don't know if that worked. Okay, super chats should be on now. I don't know if they are. Maybe. I don't know. I don't use YouTube Live. I wouldn't know. You need to hate the game correctly. It's a problem. And this is actually kind of a big focus point of my upcoming review, which if any of you have been observant on my Twitter, you will know is going to be for a certain sequel that came out last December, which is then going to help springboard me to do a retrospective on the older games. But that was a similar problem, as everyone was focusing on the surface level stuff when the core foundation is completely broken. Which is, it's a problem when you only focus on these surface level things, because these are easy to defend. You say, oh, the shotgun. It's like, and then you have a bunch of people coming in. Oh, it doesn't matter. Shotgun can be placed wherever. That's what I'm saying. There's way more egregious stuff to focus on. Yeah, they've gotten rid of that yellow tint from this level a little bit. It was very present before. Maybe it's just the angle. I don't know. Bloodlines too. Yeah, one of you predicted it. What's up with this motion blur? It's just cinematic. Cinematic motion blur combined with YouTube compression. Sniper, whatever.
You are more than your armor.
Same cutscene. We got it. We got it.
More than your mission.
Oh, here we go. Here's a close up of Keys. I have seen a lot of people making comparisons of who this looks like. But it's kind of funny. I heard super chats are free. Nice vid. Just finished your Halo 4 and Infinite scenes series yesterday. Hey, first super chat ever. Thank you, Hey You 2424. Man, those videos were made so long ago. Those videos feel so long ago. I do kind of I don't cringe at their content. Like I still agree with all those videos 100%. I would have done them a little better though. But yeah, I'm glad people are still discovering me through those. I would want to make them a little bit more polished. I'm not going to redo them though. I mean, they're already out there. Yeah. Why he looks so dainty in this scene. Look at the way he's like picking it up.
And more.
Halo Reach Scorpion, just straight up. That is the Halo Reach Scorpion that's been modified. It's got the turret, the exact Halo Reach turret. That's the turret George uses.
Then they can handle.
So, which is a little annoying because then now you can't play the single player and have the little side machine gun. Hey, 50. I don't know, SEK. I don't know what that currency is, but thank you so much. Oh, we're getting some super chats here. €2. First, EKLO 4K. Thank you for the super chat. Same coolness. Game looks awesome. Already pre-ordered. All right. Good job. Ronald Reagan keys. He looks like he looks like someone we all know.
Can handle.
Are you saying you'll do a remake? Yeah, I'm gonna remake those videos and I'm gonna make them like a lot worse. And I'm gonna use it in Unreal Engine 4, Unreal Engine 5. I still default by calling it Unreal Engine 4. I'm still used to calling it that. Am I the only one who's noticing? Once again, nitpick king here. All the vehicles are way too like saturated purple. Like they were saturated in original Halo, but they were like the wraiths were like a darker purple. The ghosts were kind of like a softer magenta. Everything is like the same color here. Who knows? Maybe that's the lighting. Same with the Banshees. What's going on here? What's this texture layering going on here? Why is everything all like very greebled? Like what is this? I'm sick of not being able to just say something looks bad. No, I'm not articulating or justifying it. Games industry has been a cancer for a decade. This trailer is bad. Wish I could curse in these. Thank you. It won't show me the name because my chat's all truncated. Thank you. I don't know how to... Lorgar apologist, but welcome. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's annoying that you have to spend some time heavily like editing and revising and articulating like a complaint that you would have for explain, like having to articulate why this doesn't look as good as Halo 1. It's hard and it's annoying. It's annoying that we have to do it. Like, why are these Banshees? It looks like they're made out of like grape soda, like coloring. Pillar of Autumn shot, as everyone's pointed out, they've got rid of that like weird color haze from Anniversary, and it's kind of returned to the beige look. A little too dark for my liking, but whatever. I mean, they're fixing it. SMG, not a fan of that. Not a fan of the new weapons. I think I even made a prediction about that. Yeah, I already made I predicted there were going to be no new weapons, no new enemies. I was completely wrong about all this stuff. I literally said basically the opposite of SPV3. I thought they were going to be a little bit more faithful. No. No. Yeah, that was one of my big mistakes. Basically an official SPV3, because fucking of course 343 would do that. Which for those who haven't been around this long, I've notoriously made fun of SPV3 for just being emblematic of what every Halo mod is, which is, I know better than the game designer. I'm going to rebalance this game how I see fit. Because for those who don't know, it's like 90% of every Halo mod is a campaign rebalance mod by some goober who thinks, I'm going to rebalance Halo Reach to have extra weapons and extra vehicles, and it's going to play the way I want it to play. I wouldn't worry about Halo Defenders when you give casual opinions, as long as you aren't hitting from the hip. Weak stuff you don't need to write a college essay to defend your take. I mean, I've dealt with them for so long at this point. Like, they will just not... You can say something simple at face value and they will still, like, contort your words into whatever weird meaning they want to have. Now the vehicles have annoying UI showing the guns. How's that? I didn't even notice that. Oh yeah, I wouldn't see in the trailer because you don't see the HUD in this. We'll get to the gameplay demo, don't worry. Yeah, I don't like that, like the SMG. This, we talked at length about this. There are people defending this. There are people who are like, listen, I don't care if the needler shows. It's like one of the most diegetic ways for weapon to tell you that it's low on ammo. Instead, gave you like this shitty little screen. Oh man. Oh. So yeah, all the deleted weapons are back. The fuel rod is now available again. Whatever. Energy sword. We knew this. We knew this was in the game. I'm not a fan of how the elite armor is looking. They've made them a lot more colorful. But this is very clearly, these are all Halo Infinite assets. Just straight up, this is the Halo Infinite Elite. I think I even still have the screenshot somewhere. Yeah, not a big fan. Thought I had a screenshot. Might not have. But yeah, no, this is just straight up a Halo Infinite Elite. Just not even trying to hide it. Average CEmake defenders don't even know how the skulls will work. They don't know what they're defending. But they'll defend it, Pat. They'll defend it to the death. And then they won't talk about it 6 months after release, and they'll pretend they hated it like everyone else. Also, they don't show in this trailer, but there is lock-on for the rocket launcher. Also, the rocket launcher is now brown, I guess? I don't know.
They believe they can break us.
There's Steve Harvey again. Okay.
They believe.
So this is at the end of the game. 343 Guilty Sparks, taunting Chief. Someone else pointed out, and man, if they do this, that would be pretty egregious. Someone's joked that 343 is probably going to cut out all the lines of Guilty Spark alluding to humanity and the Forerunners. He's not going to, like, his coy little remarks of like all of our lost time, last time you asked me, but you already knew that. Like, all those lines are going to either be adjusted or cut entirely. I'll be shocked if they stay in the game, but we don't know for sure. That's why I don't care. I was arguing about the taste of food from a guy. Yeah, r/piss drinker. I do think of that. Yeah, I still think of that Reddit post.
Ends here.
Look at the hunters. That famous scene where Keyes rams 2 hunters with his drop ship.
They're wrong.
So yeah, I mean, nothing new in this trailer. Like, same cutscenes, but done a little bit more, I don't know, cinematic. Available July 28th, which I was curious about that. I was wondering if they were actually gonna, because that was a rumors that this would be releasing either like July or maybe even June. So July. I would have expected them to push it back to September to get that 25th anniversary, but I guess not. So yeah, not much we can glean from all of this. This is the trailer that was meant to be playing at the PlayStation event, which very clearly got cut out last minute because Xbox replaced their head honcho, CEO, whatever. That's very clearly what happened. Like, this was supposed to be shown at the PlayStation event. Back when Phil was in charge, that's what was supposed to happen here. And then he got booted out. And then the new person, I always forget her name, clearly said, "We're not doing this. We're releasing the same trailer, but it's going at our event." Yeah. Here, have the money. I'm not spending on slop bat devolved or God of Laundry. I love those wordplay. But thank you for the $5 again, apologist. I love the wordplay of like. Or it kind of reminds me of like the Bush era, or like the Obama era, like wordplay that people would do. Like it's like Barack Hussein, Osama bin Biden. I remember all those back in the day. All those those dumb wordplay. It's like, you're doing too much. It's too much. Oh, whatever. I'm rambling. I'm sorry, chat. It's been a long week. It has been a long friggin' week. So this is what they led the event with, though. That story trailer, like, okay, that's nice. Which makes sense, by the way. It makes sense that this was supposed to come like nearly a week before this. They led with this. So this is the new missions trailer, and I have a theory about this, but we'll watch it. Some more stuff, more cutscenes. It's narrated by Johnson, Steve Harvey. Same cutscenes we saw in the story trailer.
Halo, the chief, stuff of legends.
All the same stuff we saw before.
But that's not
I'll be here all week with ADI key takes and quips. Thank you, apologists. Thanks for all the super chats.
the story I'm telling today. This one you haven't heard.
So this we knew was coming. We knew they were doing prequel missions, and I think I even edited this. Do I have this anywhere? I don't know if I do. Man, well, I need to clean this up at some point. Where? I mean, I've predictions for the day of and sort of the events that will happen after. So, hey, thank you for the super chat. I don't know how you're. It's hard to read your name because it's all in lowercase. But Dama Sobin, Ikaro, Rico Rodriguez. I don't know if I said your name right. Do we really think they took the game's sandbox design into consideration when they added all these weapons? The answer is no, very clearly not, because some of they're still going off of Halo 1's environments. Even if it's massively overhauled, at the end of the day, it is still stemming from Halo 1, which did not have all of these tools. Some of the Elite's AI looked awful and straight up a dagger from the original. Yeah, I saw a couple clips of that. Thank you for the super chat, Joe. Super chat though. Super chats used to be easier to read. Yeah, I was gonna say, is there an easy way for me to read these? Because I'm worried I'm gonna miss them. Sloplo, Slopane, E-botched by Hayslow. Stupidos. I bet they added the third person skull just to show off the skins. Yes, we haven't gotten to the skins yet. Oh my god. Thank you, Milkman, for the super chat. I think I predicted that. I think I predicted skins. Maybe not. I could have sworn I did. You can see some of my old predictions that were okay. Cut levels might be implemented. So I was thinking it would be cut levels, which would have made a little bit more sense. You're remaking Halo 1. But no, it doesn't look like that's the case at all. If anything, it looks like they're just adding in new levels. Entirely. So I don't know. I only small set. I'll elaborate more on this when we get to the attack in the control room walkthrough. Used to be people's username, not their @. Okay. That's why it's all confusing. All right, whatever. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm missing out. Okay, we're back to this trailer. So new missions trailer. So that we know there are 3 missions, and we see them all here.
I've started simple enough. Drop in, grab the goods.
So one mission, you're sneaking on board a Covenant ship with all these weird extra designs for the Covenant. Chief's old armor. It's something. They're going back to his old. Is this supposed to be the Mark? Is this supposed to be Mark IV? Is that what we're meant to believe?
They noticed.
And then, so there's another mission. There's 3 missions, one of which is very clearly a Long Night of Solace ripoff. This one, I have a theory on this one, but we'll watch it. Do you think this will be the Halo game that brings back Halo Completionist and Naked Ellie? I don't know who those. I don't know who those 2 are. Maybe I don't remember them. I don't know. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Coolness. I appreciate that. So whatever. There are new missions, new weapons, and people were wondering about this. Like, are these weapons? Because we see brutes, and we see weapons that, like the brute plasma. People are wondering if they're going to be exclusive to these prequel missions, which would make sense if that were the case. So everyone, in fairness, it was a really mean tweet. Now that I think about it, but someone was like, "God, he looks so much like Steve Harvey." So someone said like, "Oh, Johnson in like the Orion era armor," like, okay, very very clearly this is meant to make a certain YouTuber soy face. I think it's akin to the Halo Wars armor.
Now you ready to get to it?
So yeah, there's very clearly 3 missions here.
Enough. You learn to read the battlefield.
Okay, so this is one of the missions. I think, I'm not sure, I get the feeling like this is going to be kind of a big open, sort of non-linear, linear, but like in the sense that Halo was in Halo 1. Like kind of a big open space where you have a few different objectives to go to. Because the way this looks is very weird. You've got like this big barrier around what's clearly like an area kind of entrapped with these different canyons that you're kind of restricted to go through. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's the level, is like you're going through these canyons and there's going to be like multiple routes to take, multiple areas to go through. That's my hunch.
More of a freak show.
Laser designs based off of laser designs. I heard some funny people. I heard some funny takes on this of like, are these the Halo 4 elites in like testing
And
tubes?
trust me.
I don't know if they are. I think I'm trying to get a good still here. This fucking prophet's face. Go right there.
Trust me.
God dang it. I know I could just do frame by frame, but whatever. So a lot of people were like, oh, this has to be the Halo 4 Elite. I don't know if that's the case. I think maybe these elites just look ugly because this is the new art style. But that would be funny. That would be really funny if this is like, this is where the Halo 4 elites came from. They were cloned. That's a very 343 way to fill in a lore gap. Is like, you can't just redesign something. There has to be like, oh no, these guys, they were cloned. They were cloned into looking different. Master Chief's armor, it was redesigned by nanobots. That's why. You don't see the vision. They're bringing a decade of free-play narrative to fruition here.
I know, freaky.
You got a Sanshayum there. This screenshot leaked. A lot of screenshots were leaking before the Summer Games Fest, and so this, I saw this, and at first I was wondering like, oh, is this set like in the Halo 1 timeline? But no, this is a prequel. Some random Sanshayum.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far,
Man, that voice.
Demon?
Why does it?
Have you enjoyed your stay so far, Demon?
Not quite as good as the prophets from Halo 2, but hey, whatever. Sounds kind of like a guy just doing a voice, but I mean, whatever.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock.
Is a weird weapon. He like shoots a brute, and then the brute gets all like crazy. He gets all like roided up.
The thing with simple jobs is they always get complicated.
I hate to say this. It's gonna sound sacrilegious. I don't hate how the brute looks. I don't hate how he looks. Got kind of like almost like a pre-Halo 2 vibe to him. Well, I haven't seen them in action.
The thing with simple jobs is they always get complicated.
But yeah, so there's 3 missions here. They're mostly showing off 2 of them. One set it down on the planet.
Simple job.
One set in the spaceship or space station or whatever this area is.
It's changed.
He's got the spiker. People are pointing that out.
Get worse.
Look at, oh my god, look at these. I didn't even remember these hunters. Good lord. So I think the idea is like, oh, these are like the Royal Covenant guards. They're protecting the Sanshayum. So they've got like gold and silver armor.
Nice. Bring a Spartan.
And so this is the 3rd mission. It's very clearly like a space battle because they need a space battle in a Halo game. Although there wasn't one for Infinite, interestingly enough. But yeah, Long Night of Solace, that's what they're trying to do. You're flying around in a Seraph fighter. And then yeah, more of the same individual shots. Here's our first look at Mr. Guilty Spark himself. Oh, I didn't even think what is his voice gonna be? Okay, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for that. Look at the look at the way this. I love the way this was animated. Like casually shoving him. There's our one shot. Oh wait, there was a shot. I don't know if we saw it in the story trailer. Maybe I'll have to look for it. I'll skim back through it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle looking ass. Everyone looks bad. Gears 5 look better. They look worse than that. Warframe ripoff. Warframe designs. Everyone's saying it's Warframe. Which is funny. I don't hate Warframe. I don't hate that art style. At some point they've clearly they clearly have updated their shaders. The shaders for all their textures. Doesn't quite look as plasticky as it did for Infinite. That's the final Warthog run.
You get tired of being the strong, almost silent type?
No.
No. I was gonna say, one of these trailers, I might be misremembering. I might be gaslighting myself now. I could have sworn we got an exterior shot of the Pillar of Autumn, but now I'm doubting myself. I don't know if we did. Oh, maybe it was at the start of the trailer. Okay, here we go.
But that's not the...
Okay, just barely.
It's not...
So the Pillar of Autumn's like fucking wrecked. You can see. It's hard to see from this angle, but it's like split open. Like you can kind of see there's like a big just hole in the side. But I think that's maybe how they're going to justify the Warthog run. Is like you're not driving down the dorsal spine of the structure anymore. You're like driving through what's just are these dilapidated open pit ruins, or I don't know. I don't know how they're going to show it off. Easy retcon. It should just be you're driving down the Mac cannon. I always kind of thought that was everyone's like head canon, is that what is the giant route from one end of the ship to the other? It's the Mac cannon, obviously. So you obviously need infrastructure to support that. That was my opinion. But yeah. Not the best showcase. They've been releasing, and now they've been releasing gameplay demos. People have been invited to the island. Yeah. It's very weird. It's a very weird extra series of levels to include. And I have a theory. My theory has been that this is 343 soft launching I'm still calling them 343. I'll always call them 343. I'm never switching to Halo Studios. This is them trying to soft pitch prequel Halo games. I think this is maybe the direction they're like kind of testing the waters for. Like, okay, maybe we're gonna instead of just remakes, maybe we're gonna do a prequel. Instead of going beyond Halo Infinite, maybe we're gonna go back in time. Which would make sense, because they're making all these assets, all these designs. This feels very much like we're trying to sneak our prequel idea in there. There's a little bit more wiggle room if we start going backwards than if we keep trying to go, within our fucked like sequel universe. Where you have the Prometheans and evil Cortana and the Endless. Remember the Endless? Whatever happened to those guys? Kind of forgot about them. That's what I think. I think this is them trying to like kind of test the waters of like, maybe do a prequel. Otherwise, it's so weird and unnecessary. Why add these 3 extra levels? That's my theory. I think they're soft pitching us there. 343 is going to do a prequel series. Then some Halo YouTuber is going to soy face over these levels. This is the type of game we wanted from 343. This is the direction Halo should take. Show us. There was 25 years of the Human Covenant War. We need to see more of that. I really do think that's the direction they're gonna maybe try and soft pivot to. They've said that they're gonna try doing like Halo 2 and 3 remakes. Good lord, I hope this just crashes and burns before it even gets close to Halo 2. I really do. Maybe you mentioned the endless in a terminal. I actually wonder how ballsy they'll be with like terminals and background lore. Like, is there going to be a terminal in the CEmake where they mentioned the Didact or they mentioned Prometheans? Like, are they even going to try that? Worse than the Flood guys. What a joke. All right. So there's a couple things we could look at here. We've got some interviews. I don't know if we're going to go through all of them. Again, I don't know how long we're going for tonight. I just kind of wanted to look these over. So this hit the timeline. And again, this is innocuous to me. Like I think some people are misunderstanding, like, this is a skull that you have to unlock first and then enable. I don't think, at least I thought it was. I don't think this is a setting that you can switch to. Maybe it is. It might be, actually. Personally, I already love this game. I can't wait for Sergeant Johnson Origin Story series and the Chips Dubo horror spinoff. Consume.
Let's go find the map room. That was the location of Halo's control center. I want to say, have they redesigned the Warthog? Am I stupid? Am I misremembering how the Warthog originally looked? I might be. When they first showed it off, I could have sworn the Warthog was a little weirdly designed. I'm looking back, it's the same design. The sound effects are different. I'm just glad they didn't go for the Halo 4 design, because God, that design of the Warthog is so ugly. But no, this is all we saw. We saw this before. It's Halo in third person, and it very clearly isn't meant to be third person, because when he swaps between weapons, as people have pointed out, it's like there's no animation. Like he swaps from his assault rifle to the pistol, and it just like snaps to his back. Yeah. Whatever. Like I said, there are so many more egregious things to focus on. Like, you're losing ground when you try to die on this hill. Like, there are so many important things to talk about here. Like this, we're getting lost in the weeds here. Although we do see more of Silent Cartographer, though. He doesn't just stop at this room. This is where it ended before. No assassinations. Interesting. Yeah, they really just are the Halo Infinite elites, aren't they? It's like the Halo Infinite assets, but they've added like a layer of sheen to everything. Like there's not that plasticky layer that they had in Infinite. In Infinite's weird open world lighting, which was so fucking broken. You can use oh, thanks for reminding me, Sneed. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I appreciate that. Whatever. It's the same environment, just a lot more greebled. A lot more grimy. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me, Sneed. I knew there were keys to do it. I just forgot what the keys were. Well, magnetism seems turned up. I don't know. Halo's always had pretty egregious bullet magnetism. I kind of forgot that until I was replaying Halo 1. I will say we can finally see the shields for these guys. It's not as good as I'd want. They don't quite have that chunky, like, polygon look that the shields originally had. You can't defend this. It's so questionable. It's like, why even bother with this? Sorry, I was distracted. I think it's like storming outside for us right now. I don't know, we were expecting rain. Oh yeah, it's like thundering out. Yeah. It very clearly is the like that like 2010s era. I recreated blank game in Unreal Engine 4. Although now it's a real release in Unreal Engine 5. And I think that's where all my issues stem from. Like there's no artistry to the lighting, to the colors. They even said they're using built-in Unreal Engine 5 tools. I remember hearing like they're using like Lumen tools to affect like how lighting, like this room, like the lighting here. It's just so weird. And there was like a deliberate artistic use of baked-in lighting for Halo 1 and Halo 2 and Halo 3, all the other Halos. Before we had dynamic lighting, before we had proper like open world dynamic RTX lighting, we had to rely on baked in colored lighting and static lighting. Or if we had dynamic lighting, it would be like a single point of light, like in Fear or Doom 3. Like you had a very specific angle that this light source would be directed at. That's what I see from here. I see an Unreal Engine tech demo. This is very much giving me Halo Infinite vibes. The whole look of this, I'm totally ignoring that we're watching a guy play Halo in third person. It's completely washed over me. I'm seeing just kind of an update to Halo Infinite. I really am. These visual artifacts, yeah, there's a lot of that, and that is entirely Unreal Engine. That's what you get when you program a game within Unreal. Is you've got all these shaders that you have to deal with, and sometimes they just don't load in properly, or they take an extra second to load. But yeah, stuff we've seen before, just in third person. Third person skull is specifically meant for PlayStation players. I saw that, yeah. Again, I do think some people aren't aware of like what the skulls are, but both people who are defending the game as well as attacking it. I think, and Pat even pointed that out. People aren't aware that the skull, you have to collect it. You have to play through the game, look for the skull, and then collect it. That. Okay, I thought that was schmutz on my screen. I didn't realize it was like a part of the video. So yeah, because I've seen people say that, like, oh, there are the skulls that let you play, with the default rule set, 60 round assault rifle magazine, no sprint, all the weird rules from Halo CE. Unaware that that's not like a toggle. Like that's not something you can just start the game and say, I want these rules. Like no, those are skulls that you have to find throughout the campaign. It doesn't start, like you can't just play the game right out of the box like that. You have to play it like everyone else does, which is with the default rule set. So again, that kind of it bugged me how people weren't really like aware of that. Is this worth pirating? I don't know anymore. Would I pirate this game? I might. If I was like a dumb teenager, I might. All right. Let's do. I think we're gonna quick look over all of our predictions, and then we're going to dissect Assault on the Control Room. So this is where I was a little off. I was fully expecting this to be a $70 remake. It's apparently going to be $50, which is a lot. It's a lot. But not as bad as I was expecting. So that I was wrong about. Still a lot though. If you consider the fact, like, okay, this is a single player only game. I'm gonna adjust how I've written this text. I've got like, oh man, once again, I've like completely redesigned. Let's see.
It's good enough. Light yellow for corrections, green for stuff we've gotten right. Lots of QTEs. I was expecting this. We don't know for sure. I guess we'll wait and see when the remake, when we get more visuals on the remake. I wish there was a way for me to do this document at like half transparency. Whatever. So yeah, we do know for sure there's 4-player co-op, 2-player split screen. That has for sure been confirmed. Yeah, $50, very linear cinematic shooter, lots of QTEs. I think a Sony PS4 movie game. I think we need to see a little bit more. Not as open or as sandboxy as Halo CE. So I was thinking this. I was thinking it'd be a lot more scripted, a lot more this and that. From what we've seen, this isn't quite the case. It looks like it's about as open as... it looks to be as open as original Halo CE. So, I was definitely wrong about a lot of this. I was fully expecting the like RE2 treatment. Like that's what I was fully expecting to see, like a Halo Resident Evil 2 remake. Like just not like nothing. Like a taking away that kind of openness from the original Halo and turning it into like a very cinematic, Uncharted, God of War style like linear game. How mad do you think our Halo is at this stream? The real subreddit who's going to be mad at me is Shit Halo Says. For those who don't know, that is a subreddit that is, as I've joked with as I have joked with Pat, is that it is very clearly, Pat in private, it's very clearly a like coping sub for 343 developers to pretend to be fans, because they shill 343 so much. Okay, let me see here. I think this should work, right? There we go. Just so you guys can see like my nice little wallpaper in the background. So you aren't stuck staring at this just god-awful looking document that I've whipped up. Chat, I'm not a professional here when it comes to streaming on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm just not. So my apologies for anything that looks a little unprofessional, a little amateur. So, regards to being a remake or based on it. So this is hard to explain. Basically, I had in my head the levels are going to look identical only in certain parts. The big recognizable areas that we all have in our head of Halo, like the Forerunner base, the like individual rooms, those iconic areas were going to be recreated, but the pathways interconnecting them are going to be slightly adjusted or changed outright. That's what I was thinking. And for the most part, again, we'll need to see more. For the most part, it seems to be pretty faithful. There with a few adjustments. Hasn't quite been as bad as I was expecting. We'll get to that. When I saw some areas on Attack in the Control Room. Whatever. Again, we were like spitballing here. There was a ton of stuff that we were adding. Like this example. This I think happened. This I think straight up just happened on 343 Guilty Spark, where like an area they'll add cutscenes to areas that originally didn't have cutscenes. Also, thank you for the super chat, GH Productions. Just want to also say how funny it is. Certain YouTubers are like, guys, I'm not a shill. I say bad stuff about 343, and it's the most baseline criticism you can make. It's still be invited to Halo Fest. They're straight up getting like flown out. They're just getting access, which like means you kind of have to do a shilling. Like, I'm sorry, there's nothing wrong with that, but like, we know how the game is played. We know how the money is spent. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that we don't quite know. Like, I was making predictions of the Flood. Like, I think the Flood are going to be reduced in their role. Because again, that's what's the common criticism you hear of Halo 1? Oh, the Flood. The Flood levels are the worst. So that's the easy, you know, you're 343, you're looking at this. Oh, that's an area, that's something that we can do. It's something we can change. Completely rewritten. So I was thinking the story would be fully rewritten like RE2 Dead Space. Again, we don't quite know. Potentially new voice actors. I was wrong about this. I initially crossed this out thinking like, okay, because in the original trailer, there was, I think Keyes is still the same. As far as I can tell, I think Keyes is still the same. He's got a similar, it sounds like it's Pete Stacker in the demo for Silent Cartographer. Not Johnson though. Johnson is very clearly new actor. Although I was wondering too if Chief and Cortana would be replaced, but no, they're not. They're not that desperate. Possibly some photo scans of real actors. I was thinking that still might be the case. Again, we don't know for sure. And there's a lot of stuff here that we don't quite know. Johnson will be a proper character, not a copy-paste Marine. That is for sure the truth. We know in Halo 1, Johnson was just a Marine archetype. He was Sniper Sergeant. That's all he was. And then he kind of became a character retroactively. Might be a reference to Thel 'Vadam. I'm still thinking this. I'm thinking this is going to be like an after credits thing. Like, I think he's going to show up after the credits. Retcons. We don't quite know about this. Gameplay's not going to be... so I was thinking combat isn't going to quite be as arcadey as original Halo. I think I'm definitely going to say I'm wrong about this. Like I joked, like imagine Naughty Dog. But it's definitely different. So again, that's a wait to be seen. Potentially ADS. I think I'll adjust this actually. So I think with everything, ADS, the Halo 5 ADS, it's not in this game, but they do have the scopes for pretty much every weapon. Seems like every gun has a scope. The assault rifle also has a scope. Gameplay more realistic. I think I'm gonna cut this whole part out. I think I'm definitely wrong. I was expecting like RE2 remake, give or take, you know, weird slower movement. All right, skipping ahead here. DLSS and RTX. I've heard some very concerning things, and it's mainly been here. Halo Campaign Evolved barely cracks 100 FPS at 144p on a 5090. So I mean, already like 100 FPS at 144p, like, man. I need to see more. I need to see how it plays like on other hardware. Halo Combat copy and paste. I do need to see how this is going to run on like more reasonable spec'd PCs. So this comes from a Jack Frags video. So once again, take it with a grain of salt. But that's what this had me worried. Had me worried like with RTX. DLAA. I don't think I've ever seen this. Deep learning anti-aliasing.
I've never heard of this before, but apparently it exists. The DLSS, FSR, and apparently it's running badly, or not as good as people would hope. So, confirmed. DLAA. I've never heard of that before. Never heard of that. Amazing. I think we'll stick with this. This seems to have been a good prediction, right? Not quite as sexy. She looks a bit frumpier. And no. I'm shocked they are getting it out by July 2026. But then I made some predictions. I made some predictions of how these events would go. So when I say Friday, this was the original gameplay reveal. So we've already kind of gone through the Halo cope cycle. 60-80 FPS in open area is crazy. UE5. I hate UE5. Halo's back posting. We're already seeing these. I'm right about this. We're already seeing the thumbnails. AI is. This has been interesting that everyone kind of forgot about the AI. We know. AI was kind of forgotten about. That was like a big deal for like a weekend, and then everyone kind of just forgot about it. No one talks about it anymore. Single player only. We knew this. There was going to be controversy. This I've seen. I'm starting to see people use arguments of Halo was originally designed for blank, therefore it's justified, to have this or that. I've seen that for third person. Halo was originally a third person shooter. That's why it should have a third person camera. Still no confirmed for their multiplayer game, so I can't really add to that. Multiplayer engaging, whatever. This is stuff for when I thought there were going to be 2 Halo games that we see, and there is probably going to be a second Halo game at some point after CEmake. Marketing will try and be So these are all no brainers. I feel bad for even predicting this stuff. Halo's returning to its roots. Halo's back. Like we're all getting this. And then this is when it releases. So we're not gonna know for sure. That's kind of it, really. I should have made some better, more clear predictions. I swear there's AI lines for the Marines. I did hear what sounded like an original voice actor for the Marines. I don't know if that's just the same guy or if that is straight up like an AI recreation, which would be amazing if that's what they're doing. But I think what we're gonna do here tonight, chat, we're so back. I think we're just gonna look through Attack on the Control Room. And every single time I load up MCC, it always loads on the wrong goddamn monitor. I don't know how it does that without fail, but it does. It just always does. Let's see. There we go. We're gonna load up here a good old Halo. The good old Halo level, Assault in the Control Room. I think I'm gonna keep it on normal. I'm gonna turn on Acrophobia so I can kind of zoom around the level. We're not playing this for real. We're just having fun. Here, let me load up cutscenes. So very clearly, I'm not a fan of how the new game starts.
with its cutscene, its version of this iconic, hilarious moment. We'll first compare it to the original. Would have been your daddy. Classic chapter. Even just how it's framed, like it's a funnier reaction. And then we look at this, and it's like barely just anything. There's like no cut, or like it looks so janky. Like, okay, like that's something. She kind of waves. But it's not, I don't know, it's not quite the same.
This is as far as I can go.
So yeah, I mean,
We'll be able to find our way to the control center from here.
like Soulless. It feels like it's not properly framed. I think people, normal fucking casual. I'm not playing for real though. I'm playing so I can fly around.
Covenant presence here is stronger than I anticipated. They seem to have the entire.
So yeah, people have been commenting on this.
Find our way to the control center from here. Good luck.
Bowhammer out. I do kind of miss when the door just had like 2 little green lights to indicate you could go through it. Look, I can fly around now. Look at me. Look at me go. So yeah, already there's like, I'm noticing like they really seem to be overdoing it with the color changes. That's so far that's been my biggest critique, is how the color looks.
Region secured.
You've got all these like, I don't know, these like silver and gold. It looks so weird. It's too bright. That's what I'm getting. The vibes I'm getting is it's too bright.
Good luck. Bowhammer out.
Too bright and too greebled, I think. I think that's my biggest complaint so far, is everything's looking just like, you look here and like it's basic, because like this is made on an Xbox. So the assets, the polygon usage, it's all very limited. It's like they were working within the limitations to make art. And here also the contrast.
Covenant presence here is stronger.
This could be YouTube compression. It very well could be.
Entire region secured.
Look at that door, by the way. Just how that door is like, hey, do you know which door you can go through? You can go through the door that's like glowing green. Good lord. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's, the contrast just isn't there. This area we can't compare as well, because there's another thing I pointed out, is the hallways are slightly different. They don't have like the S curve the original ones did. I don't know why. I don't know why of all things to change, you change that one, but whatever. So then we go back. J.J. Abrams' door. But, I mean,
These lights seem to respond to our proximity. And
he goes through the motions. I'm not a fan of how this room's lit. I'm gonna wait for a good shot. I think he just speeds through the room. And the guy playing doesn't even like. Okay, where's a good shot here?
and guiding us to the exit.
There we go. So then we're gonna go through it. And I have cheats, so I can fly around. But that's so far is the thing I've been noticing the most, is that the lighting just isn't there. It doesn't have the same contrast that the original game had. And that, I am gonna blame that on Unreal Engine. Because it's just, you have these like default baked in shaders that Unreal Engine has, that every game that uses Unreal Engine uses, because every developer uses Unreal Engine Not because they need to, or not because they think it's a good choice. Everyone uses Unreal Engine because they think they have to. They don't choose Unreal Engine for any artistic reasons. This is probably one of the most egregious examples of it. Like, the colors here are just like, what is this? What is this? I think that's my problem with modern engines like this, is the lighting and the color usage just is non-existent. When developers, it doesn't seem like developers choose colors anymore. They kind of just slap on a color filter, or they slap on like a lighting shader, and that's it. Like, that's where the color of the game comes through. It's like, you look at original Halo and it's just like, look at the color choices here. You've got this like deep dark blue, almost indigo, and you've got a contrasting with this deep pit with like almost this like lime green looking bridge with these like orange, soft orange light sources that go down towards like an almost magenta bottomless pit fog. I don't know how you look at this and go, there should be a blinding blue glow coming up, just emanating from this pit. But yeah, that's my complaint. There's gonna be a lot of this, and I'm worried that that's what my inevitable CEmake review is going to turn into, is me complaining about weird color choices, and then a bunch of people in the comments just not getting it, not understanding, like, just because it's newer doesn't make it better. There's a intentional color usage in video games that just doesn't exist. Look at the lighting here. Why is everything so like speckled? Like, look at there's like I don't know if this is like a texture thing or if this is like the lighting.
The weather patterns here seem natural, not artificial. I wonder if the ring's environment systems are malfunctioning, or if the designer...
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. More like assault of my senses.
Interesting. The weather patterns here seem natural, not artificial.
Like, you realize all the stuff you miss in the original. Like, just simple lighting and what I like to call like mise en scène. You lose that mise en scène. You lose like the gentle snow, the use of color, the use of like shadows and lighting. Do you notice how this bridge that we're on isn't like covered in like little specks of dandruff? It's like you can see what the bridge is supposed to be. It looks nice and clear. I'm sadly gonna have to turn off the music, because I'm gonna be constantly shifting back between this and the video. Look at the colors here. 2 super chats, by the way, very quickly. Sis Coney, I don't know if I said that right. Great thing about CE, which sets apart from the other Halo games, is how the Covenant move around. Remake doesn't seem to be trying to replicate that. For sure, it's going for like Halo Infinite with the way the character models move and react. The elites in particular seem to move like the ones in Reach. Everyone's boss tells them they have to use UE5 to cut costs because corporations don't let artists make decisions, so I'll learn UE5. Yeah, I think there's a lot of reasons. By the way, thank you for the super chat as well. F Namel name. I think it's a combination of multiple things. I think we have a studio, a gaming industry that lays off its employees so frequently you can't have a internal game engine anymore. You can't have a Blam engine. Because it's going to take you 6 months to teach the new recruit how to use Blam, and then he's going to be fired. So everyone goes to Unreal Engine, because then you can quick hire on mass outsourced workforces. So you can then lay them off in 6 months. You can get contractors, outsourced work. Unlucky for you, guy. I can fly. He can fly. He can fly. I can talk. He can talk. If we were playing the remake, I'd be able to pick that up.
But like the color usage, it's one of those things where like if you don't understand, you're never gonna learn. Like if you can't look at this and immediately see like why this is better than Unreal Slop, you're just never gonna learn. You're never gonna figure it out. Caveman can't look at a painting and understand like why it's beautiful. Like you'll just never get it. You never will, and that's okay. Like some of us won't understand. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, like the simple usage of like you've got fog and colors, the blue here, but it's not just blue. It's like there's like hints, kind of like a beige, but very light, very gray. You go down here. I love this area. And by the way, I love how this like Halo 3 kind of homages. What was the Halo 3 map? That homaged this bridge layout. Like you've got the lower area and you've got these types of staircases back up to the main level. Like it's so nice. Look at the deliberate use of these light sources. This is all pre-baked in lighting. No dynamic lighting here. No lumen here. Very beautiful, very pretty. Very nice. And then we cut back to the remake. Look how overexposed everything is. That's a very modern game choice. Is everything is bright and overexposed, and it doesn't. There's no like color choice. The pure forms in the gameplay don't make a lick of sense. Ruins the moment. Halo 3 brings them the flood become a bigger threat. Alas, brother, the flood, it has evolved. Thank you for the super chat. I think if you're gonna revamp the flood, go all out. If you're fully revamping the flood, don't go, oh, we're gonna add the pure form type and that's it. That's all we're gonna do. Do something unique, like do something interesting. Make the flood, add in a bunch more varieties. Make the flood like almost like Dead Space necromorphs. Not exactly. I feel bad for saying it like that, but like make the flood a little bit more like eldritch and scary, and have like a lot more terrifying looking forms. The lighting, like all these like again, I joke like dandruff specks. Like why does it look like this? Look at the glass shaders, like so foggy. You see that glass, by the way? Do you see how when he broke it, it kind of like phased out of existence? Whatever. I'm nitpicking as always. Halo new Halo haters, they always just nitpick. They just nitpick. Wow, look at that. Glass in my Halo game. Look at that. That's amazing. What engine is this game running on, huh? Is this running on Unreal Engine 6? Again, I like to nitpick. Dude, you're just nitpicking. You're like Crobcat. You just nitpick. You like to nitpick.
Hey, tracking data indicates we're almost on top of them, Chief. They should be in the cannon.
We're gonna speed through this. I don't like how the turrets look. I just don't. I'm sorry. I understand they're trying to like blend the newer turret design with the old one, but it just doesn't work. I'm sorry.
Analyzing.
Everything blends together. I'm noticing that the most. Everything is like blending together.
If Halo is a weapon, this entire valley must be the firing.
It's not helped by the lighting. Cat's never wrong though. They were the special mystical glass. It is a shame because I do feel they are kind of going backwards, like in terms of how the Forerunner designs look. This clearly just looks like Halo Infinite. And I admittedly did. That was the one positive I gave Halo Infinite, was that it doesn't look
as bad as Halo 4 and 5's Forerunner environments, but it still had a long way to go. Lest we look at how the current game, I say current, the original game looks. Again, simple color choices. You can't beat it. Also, the original Halo plasma rifle is perfect. It just was. And that's the ultimate thing I'm noticing is like the lack of color in the remake is becoming hard to ignore. Like, just look at the color choices here. You've got like a little bit of lime green, yellow with like this again deep indigo. That's the thing I get annoyed with when people talk about with Halo 1 is the Forerunner levels. They're all different. They all have a different vibe to them. All thanks to like these very specific color choices. And you can always tell when someone hasn't played Halo before because it's like, oh, the Forerunner environments all look good. The fact that we can look in the remake and we can't tell like what exact Forerunner level the person is playing it is at, like that's a sign that you failed. Like every area in Halo 1 is memorable. There, you know, you see a lot of the same textures, the same geometry, but it's always like in a slightly different lighting or different mood. Halo 1 is a beautiful game. Halo Remake, not so much. Very bland. Very bland. Like, see, you got a little bit of the yellow lighting there, but it's not... Like, when he walks through the center, like, there's no... Look at that. There's, like, no colors. It's all just, like, the gray-silver. Like, no attempt to bridge any colors or whatever. Light and shadow give a better atmosphere. I'm gonna replay Halo CE. Play it, just play it right now. Don't wait for the remake. Play Halo Combat Evolved. Once again, all these environments. Goes through the elevator. Looks too bright. It's the lighting. The lighting is off. There's issues that I have with the lighting. Which again, I think is kind of out of their control. I think this is all just built-in Unreal Engine style pre-baked lighting. I say pre-baked, or like pre-baked shaders, I should say. These are like, I don't think these are shaders that were customized for Halo. I think this is like default Unreal Engine 5. They were even saying that. It's like it's using UE5 style like lumen shading. Here we go. Here's the Hey M. Focus M.
It's risky, but if you get close, you can hijack that Covenant vehicle.
Ah, thank you, Cortana, for telling us how the game works. Which again, we got hijacking in Halo 1. Okay. That's what we've got. We've got that to look forward to. When we return to this part of the game, they cut out an entire room. I guess they didn't think anyone would notice that, but I did. I noticed it. This entire room was cut. I don't know why. Those GTA 4 shader mods? Exactly. It's like a fan mod. Look, guys. I've updated Quake 1 with a brand new modern lighting shader. It's like the ugliest thing you've ever seen. Anyway, welcome to just I Play Halo 1, the stream. Why would they cut this area? That's so weird. I guess because it has breakable glass. Like you can tell we're in like another room because you've got like the slightly different lighting. Right? It's a weird looking design, but it's unique and cool. All the rooms are different. They're slightly different.
And they play slightly differently. Basically, is fanfic. Any thoughts on the PC specs? I haven't seen the specs. All we know is that apparently it runs badly on even 5090s. So, wow, look at it. So already we've got like a contrast here. So if I switch back over to our old pal, the remake, this is a problem when you are using Unreal Engine shaders. Is you can't plan correctly for when the lighting just looks all like soup. It's just a blur, like a mess.
It's risky, but if you get close, you can hijack that Covenant vehicle.
Focus them. Whatever. Ghost gameplay. You can now ram people with the ghost. You now get the ghost boost. Whatever. The way this area looks, it's just like this reminds me of Resident Evil 8. Like it's giving me like, oh, these are like reused assets, and we're making like an open world snow environment. Wasn't quite the case originally. There's a little bit of style. I love these. Attack on the Control Room. It's a polarizing level. It's not the most polarizing in Halo. Only because of how long it is. It's a long level. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. That like I keep saying the mise en scène. That is like the key phrase that you guys are probably gonna have to learn before my review. Learn mise en scène. It's something that I think modern game developers just don't have anymore. I think they've lost it. I think the Wraith literally knocked the rocket launcher away. I think that's what happened. That's pretty good. Sniper's not the Halo Reach model. Yeah, there is still some model reusage though. That's the weird thing. This like the Scorpion tank is very clearly still the Halo Reach Scorpion, just adjusted a little bit. Like, I was shocked at that. I was shocked to see... Oh, there, it was sitting right on the ghost. I was shocked to see that. Watch, chat. Look, I can fly around. You're never meant to play Halo this way. Yeah, it's like, the Wraith wasn't, like, bright pink, like, at a slightly different shade. Same with the Ghost. Ghost is, like, a slightly different shade. Watch out, those giant blue balls look like they hurt. Chief, look out! Don't let that Wraith hit you. I recommend looking for an explosive solution. Check the ground. There might be some ordnance that you could use to deal with those Wraiths. If you're having trouble, look for your waypoint on your map. I'll mark it for you on your compass. Listen, Chief. Focus, M. Focus, MC. Focus, John. I've like fully devolved into like one of those TikTok NPCs, like just spouting like brain rot modern gaming memes. Oh God, I ignore my aim there. I'm channeling Church. Oh fuck you. Okay, because of that, I'm gonna cheat just to kill you. That was the worst shot ever made of all time. Start spamming emotes. It's one of those. It is one of those games. Like, you can't redo it. You just can't. And when you try,
You get left with like this slop. I love that word, by the way. That's my favorite word of the year, is the slop. Okay. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say what no one else is willing to say. They kind of redesigned the sniper so it now sort of looks like a marathon gun. It, like the new Bungie marathon. It kind of, this feels like it could fit in that game. But whatever. We're going to skip ahead here a little bit. This is interesting. So you can now hijack, obviously, you can now hijack vehicles. So you can now drive Wraiths, apparently. Great.
Alert, I'm detecting a Scorpion tank up ahead. We should use that to punch through the Covenant defenses.
I guess she does say that, okay. Look at this area, the way this area looks. Like, what's going on with the lighting here? This isn't YouTube compression. The game looks like this. There's just like stuff missing here. Once again, back to Halo CE. Isn't it so sad how like I have to tab back to Halo Combat Evolved, and it's like a breath of fresh air of like, oh, it looks nice. Oh, I forgot how games could look. Color usage, the color choices, it's all just nice. It doesn't like blend together into like soup. Like it looks like something. Luckily, tank beats everything. Oh, thanks for telling me how to play the game. Halo on normal mode. So yeah, it's clearly the it's clearly the Halo Reach tank, by the way, just straight up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they did get rid of the ice lakes, didn't they? They didn't have to account for sliding. Well, you can now melt the snow, apparently. That's apparently a feature. You can melt the snow. 'Cause that's what we need. Again, I'm just not a fan of this lighting. It's once again, it's one of those things that's hard to articulate. Like you can say like, oh, it's overexposed in some parts, but like it's underexposed. Like in this part here, like the contrast just isn't there. There's no like dark shadows. There's no like depth to anything. It all kind of muddies together. Like, and just to keep an eye on the color usage here. Like it's like almost monochrome. Like if you were to squint, like there's like 2 colors on screen. Meanwhile, we'll go back to our old pal Halo 1. Like look at the variety here. You've got like the blue of the ice, because that's the point of the ice lake. It's not just there to look pretty and to make you slide around. It's like a nice color contrast. I don't know. It's one of those things that's hard to articulate. It's hard to articulate. And I feel that's where a lot of people struggle at, is like they know it looks good. Like all our Marines. But the more you analyze it, the more you look, the more you can see like objective explanations for why one looks a little more visually appealing than the other. I really do think that. I think it's like just color usage and lighting usage. You have very specific colors being used, very specific color palette being used. Like all the notice the blue. It's not just like this desaturated white and gray environment. You've got blue, you've got like the desaturated green of the pine trees. You've got like the little Covenant lights over there, kind of telling you where to go, but it adds a little bit of color. You got the Covenant stuff, the purple and pink. A little bit of blue over there. It all adds together, and they don't conflict with each other either. The colors in Halo are very specifically chosen, so they don't. Because the opposite of having everything blend together is having everything make your eyes bleed, and that's how you end up with Marathon. I love Halo 1. If you couldn't tell, chat, I love Halo 1. Like, compared to this, like, it's it's wild. It is wild. This isn't even the most egregious part of the level. Guy did the voice of Johnson. Chris Dale sounds like him. I mean, they can't go with fan casting. They just can't. He keeps environments color soft. You may see Cubby gear pops. CEmake is all focus at all times. Yeah, it's just very specific color usage. It's one of those things where I think when you strive for photorealism, you lose that. You lose that sense of style, and you lose that sense of readability. As well as the fact that Unreal Engine 5 just has really bad lighting. It just does. It's that engine's biggest failing.
We need to find the door's controls and open it.
Thanks for telling me how to play the game, Cortana. I really appreciate that. So here, I'll switch back here for a moment as because we're trying to parallel this level. There goes our last Marine. Oh, he's still hanging on. Got 1 bar of health left. I don't know. What do I do, Cortana? What do I do? I don't know what to do. Oh, there's a closed door. There's a glowing button right there. I'm too stupid to put the pieces together to figure out how to get through this door. Oh, is there a motion tracker top right? Yeah, there is on the new one, isn't there? Yeah. Like, I understand the desire. Like, you're an environment designer and you get a room like this. Like, okay, very boxy. The walls, there's maybe a nice texture on them, but it's not super detailed. Like, this is very basic geometry. Like, very, very basic primitive 3D shapes. I understand the desire to go, okay, we're going to take these environments, we're going to make them look more alien. We're going to add all these greebelings. We're going to add all this, like, extra fluff. You just go overboard though at a certain point. Here we go. Here's the most egregious part of the level for me. Like, one of the famous sections. You gotta cross a bridge, one of which is destroyed, and then as we play in real Halo. Did they put orange lights on the rocket launchers? You can tell when Flood have them. They might have. There goes our last Marine. I mean, what was going on here? Why make this change? Like, why do we need what like why? What purpose? What purpose does this serve? At least Gears of War E-Day Fable's looking good. Not sure about Metro 2039 though. I mean, thank you for the super chat. I gotta disagree with you on that though. I think 2039 was like the best thing they showed off. Now 2039 looks fine. It's Fable does not look fine. I don't know how you can say that about Fable. But like, it's unbelievable. The lighting difference, like because clearly what happened is someone said, it's not realistic to have a giant open pit cave. Why would the Foreigners build this? This should just be bright and open. I do wonder what the discussion was in the 343 studio. Like, who decided, okay, we can't have this area be inside and be dark. Like look how beautiful this is. You've got this one big spotlight. You don't even notice it at first. The level's like bathed in this kind of like teal, almost indigo color. Everything else is dark and grimy. And the bridge is lit up by these spotlights to show this is where you got to go. So you don't even think about it. You look at the bridge and you go, oh, the bridge is kind of bathed in this yellow light. Not even realizing, like, oh, it's like being dynamically lit by the level. It's a fun little detail. And it's beautiful. It's a work of art. I'm tired of pretending that digital video game environments are not art. I'm tired of pretending that these intentional color choices, intentional lighting choices can't be constituted as art, or currently aren't constituted as art. They should be. All right, we're switching back. I get chat. This isn't that professional of a stream. I'm just kind of vibing as we go along. Is Xbox even a real brand anymore? It feels like Microsoft doesn't want to admit they're waving the white flag. Sega style, considering they're doing exclusives anymore. I think they're hanging in there. I think with new management, they're trying to stick around a little longer. But yes, it is questionable why they are still holding on. Like it is strange that they're holding on as long as they are. Yeah, just like what happened to readability? Is that just not a thing anymore? Like, do people accept that a game looks ugly? And it's like, okay, yeah, that's okay. A game can look incomprehensible. A game can just look like this. I can just stare at puke on my screen. Anyway, so they go through here. It's the exact same stuff. It's the same overexposed lighting. They give a little waypoint to tell you where to go. To press the little button. Alright. More Halo 1. Only tourists, people over 40. I don't know who this remake's made for. I really don't. Oh my god. I got trounced. It's almost like this game has actual AI. I guess streamers, since they only play a game once, never touch it again. Yeah, it's... I do want to know, who is this made for? Not this. I know who Halo 1's made for. It's made for me. This is my hole. This hole was made for me. But like, who's the remake made for? Is it made for Gen Alpha, maybe? I feel like young people are more into older games than people like to admit. Older games are cheaper. They're cheaper and they're easier to run. Now that we have a fucking CPU crisis. We have a RAM shortage. I don't know what the demographic... And they don't have nostalgia for Halo 1. They don't have shallow nostalgia for an older game. So, like, who is it made for? That's my question. Who are these remakes made for? Is it made for people who, like, want to live vicariously through an older game, but don't actually want to experience it? It's like, I get that vibe from a lot of remakes. I get the vibe of, like, the Final Fantasy VII remake. That game, to me, feels like the type of game you play, like, you've heard a lot about Final Fantasy VII, but you don't want to play a JRPG. You don't want to play a boring PS1 JRPG. I'm being facetious, by the way. I have respect for Final Fantasy VII. I've never played a Final Fantasy game myself, but as a fan of older games that have had remake slop, I empathize. You know, the original Doom creator says the games industry is crashing. Wow, I wouldn't have guessed. And that brings up a funny point as well when I talk about, like, oh, Final Fantasy VII has its remake, and then you've got, like, other games that are getting remade. There are multiple communities simultaneously crashing out right now because they're all getting these like slop remakes, which I find to be very worrying. The fact that like our entire industry, this is happening to multiple communities across completely like vastly different vastly different types of games. And it's all happening to us simultaneously. We're all having these like internal arguments. There are Nintendo fans who are arguing with each other about if Ocarina of Time needs a remake. There are like Final Fantasy fans have been arguing with each other for the last like 10 years. Resident Evil fans have been doing the same. There we go. Just look at the colors. It's good color choice. That's all I'm really saying is beautiful, good color choice and lighting choice. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Do you know what they should have done for a Halo game? Contact Harvest with gameplay similar to Halo 3 ODST. They're going to ruin that too. It's funny that you... Thank you for the super chat. It's funny you say that, though. I had that exact same idea. I had thought, like, okay, what do you do for, like, an out of the... Like, if you were to do, like, a reboot game, like, what would you do? And I did think of that. Probably because I was thinking of, like, I had Gears of War on the brain, maybe. I was thinking of, like, E-Day. Like, that's a way you could do it. You could do, like, a early Halo prequel. But they're never going to. And plus, even if they did, I don't want it. Because I don't want Halo Studios to make a game. Ocarina of Time already is a faithful remake. Well, it's a remaster. And that's another thing that's bugging me is people are misconstruing what a remake and a remaster are. They're very different things. They're similar and they're different. But yeah, if we go to this area. So I mean, I don't hate this change. I really don't. Like, okay, we have this like kind of this like natural cave that leads up to the surface. Like, okay, let's add like a little bit of like an icicle aesthetic. Let's add some frozen ice. I'm kind of okay with that. I wish it was lit better. Like, I wish you could, like, I want this to be like a nice like calm shade of blue. I don't like how bright and like overexposed everything is. Like this part doesn't look too bad. Like I'm kind of okay with this. Like, you're remaking the game. You're already changing so much. Like, just do something a little nice. And yeah, he keeps on going. And like this. Like, I have such a problem with how this is. The texture work here is just, it's too greebled and it's too messy and there's a lot going on. It's too busy. That's what it is. It's too busy. And of course you can say, well, the original game just has like less intense graphics. Yeah, but it's also readable. You get a sense of depth and scale that you just don't in the new game. The devs want to blind us. They do. I'm happy Spyro's back. Dragons throw me off a bit. I've been seeing that. I've seen people posting the dragon designs. I've never played Spyro. I was never a PlayStation kid. So all those like PlayStation era games, I never played. I wasn't big into 3D platformers either, so I didn't play a lot of that. And yeah, like I'm noticing, as weird as this is to say, I think the fog is better in the old game. I think the fog is just better because, like, look how readable and full of depth this image is. Like, and then we switch back, and it's like you can tell there is still a little bit of fog left, but everything's all messier and everything's like all grimier. It's hard to read. Reach had beautiful ice. Yeah, exactly. Reach had like a great environment. You were under the ice. There was like that little Forerunner outpost. You would have loved Oddworld. I never played Oddworld. Never did. So did they... Okay, so that room is still there. I don't think they go through it in this gameplay, though, do they? Okay. At this point, we're just making observational comments. Like you've got like these glowing lights here. Like there should be more of this. There should be more of that like accent lighting. Like this. Like it adds so much. Halo's a beautiful game. It's a very beautiful game. So many unnecessary details no one will care about. Spec Ops Elite Room. I remember that. I remember people trying to unlock that. You needed to play co-op. You needed a guy with a jetpack who was basically going to sacrifice himself. You had to like jump down, hit the button. Oh, I'm in a bad spot here. At least my tank doesn't take damage. Remember those days of Halo multiplayer, Halo 1 multiplayer, where the tanks couldn't be destroyed? So all you could do was you could snipe the cockpit, you could snipe the driver's seat. So you'd have those big team battle matches where like one side would wound up with having like the same two wraiths or the same two tanks, and it would just be a back and forth as you'd snipe people out of the driver's seat. Good memories. The flood tanks. Yeah, so that's another thing I've seen a little bit of is I forgot to show that off. The skulls and the co-op campaign. We'll get to that. We'll get to that when we're done with this mission. Maybe that's how we'll wrap up the stream. I'm just having fun playing Halo. I really am. I gotta be careful. Every stream will turn into a Halo stream. Man, I love those old Elite shields. The way they lit up. They were so easy to see, and they were big and chunky. I love just the loud crashing sound effect. CEmake graphics can be summed up. Someone asking, what if UE5 shader should we use? And someone answering yes. I mean, that literally is what they're doing. They're just using baked in Unreal Engine 5 shaders. It is pretty shocking. This is the exact same part of the level, by the way, so we're finally caught up. Okay. And yeah, it's I mean, it's the same thing that we've seen before. It's the same environments. Just kind of more greebled, more like dirty, more hard to see. It's a lot harder to see. I do keep getting RE5 or RE8 vibes from this. It really does. It really does look like that. Sheila didn't deserve to be in the bad art style. Good old Sheila. I think Halo definitely died when RVB died, and vice versa. And like you can argue, because like I can see the argument here. I can see like, okay, this terrain is very basic and it's super, you know, kind of flat and blocky, so we have to go through and we have to make everything like super just hard to see and super dirty looking.
I don't know. It does make me wonder if it is even is possible at this point to recreate a 6th gen game's readability on a modern gaming engine. Probably not if you're aiming for photorealism, or if you're working exclusively within the Unreal Engine. When did RVP die in your eyes? Well, you'll have to watch me and Burke's Rooster Teeth discussion video if you'd like to find out. I think we're trying to aim for another one of those discussion videos. I think I know the game we're gonna be talking about. It's been a while since we made one of those. It's been a year since we made one of those. It's a weird series. It's a hard series to make because the idea behind that was like, okay, here's like a nice little way for me to put out videos in between big reviews. Completely unaware that, oh, this is just like an additional long video that I also have to edit in addition to everything else. But we'll keep doing more of them. So, like, already we can see lots of good color choices. Once again, the blue ice, nice contrast, a little bit of lighting there to tell us where to go. Beautiful use of fog, scenery, texture work, which just is not present in the remake. You can't even tell that he's standing on ice. Oh, look, the waypoint messed up here. Or did it? Oh, it's like slightly different. Okay. This isn't too bad. Like the coloring here, like it's just the texture work that lets it down. It's everything else that lets it down. And again, we're gonna go back to the original and see how this looks. You've got this beautiful turquoise environment. It looks nice. Halo was always had environments that you just kind of wanted to be lost in. Like you just wanted to stand around and look. You don't want to get out of these environments, except for maybe a couple, except for maybe like a couple levels. Also, I miss these guys. I miss this armor. I really do. Back to where we were. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole level. I feel like I have to at this point. RVB died when RT went corporate. I mean, RT's been corporate, like, they were corporate for a while. There we go. The Halo 2 lock-on. Although it misses its shot. That's a very Halo fails of the week rocket launch there. Which makes me wonder, do you think they're gonna have theater mode? I don't know if they confirmed that or not. They might have. Yeah, this whole environment is just like, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Again, this is I'm gonna be like struggling to wrap my head around this game when the remake comes out. Ultimate get lost in an area. I think I wanted to be there so bad. It was Delta Halo. That was what old Halo was. Halo used to be beautiful, naturalistic environments that were mysterious and a little ominous, but ultimately like very comfy to be in. Like you wanted to exist in a Halo level. Yeah, like I was obsessed with like even just running around on a multiplayer map. Like as a kid, I was obsessed with that. They all looked so nice.
See, they're not so tough.
So I understand. I understand the desire. You see that like an environment looking like this, and you're as a 343 developer, your desire is like, okay, we need to make this all look unified. We can't have it look like this. We have to have it look like this. It all has to blend together. You just lose that charm. You lose that like unique look that the Forerunners had in Halo 1, which was kind of like that industrial more brutalist design that they had for all their environments. Replaced by Alienware desktop PCs. Which again, this is me hypothesizing. This is where we're gonna eventually learn that the Halo remakes concept art and visual design language was generated by AI. Like some of these environments are clearly like, okay, we have an environment from Halo 1 that we're running through an AI to see how it would look upscaled, and it looks like this. All right, that's me. That's me playing on the other screen. Forerunner metal here at the earthy tones. It's good. It's up again. Halo 1. Very beautiful game. These two guys hanging down here. Why they're down here? For mystery, that's why. I bet I could fly up to those bridges, but I don't want to break the scripting. MIT is capable of making intensely developed technology. Microsoft, I think they're going to make AI make actual assets. They might have made this shit with plugins for 3D Max and Photoshop. I didn't say they made these assets with AI. I think a lot of the concept art, a lot of the design decisions were generated by AI. That's what I fully believe. The design decisions speak very AI to me, which if we look in the newer game, so like you look at these like simple geometric designs. Lots of straight angles. Like I say geometric because you've got these like cool looking angles and polygons that are played around with. Perfect right angles, triangles, like these eloquent symmetrical shapes. Whereas in the remake, it's kind of like just a bunch of greebling. You've got like everything's a little overly designed. You don't get that same geometric look to everything. Everything's like kind of blobs into like different extra like detail and different lines. There's no shapes within shapes. There's no like there's a triangle there. There's a circle there. There's a right angle triangle. It's like no, this is like a weird mesh of different shapes and polygons, and it just applies to everything. Everything's over designed. Brutalist, exactly. Yes, thank you for the super chat, by the way. The constant waypoint handling. I absolutely have been noticing that. Which Halo 1 had its waypoints. And even Bungie, in their commentary track for Halo 1, joked about that. Like, the amount of waypoints was pretty funny. They were one of the... I imagine they'd be one of the first developers using it heavily. But here, they added a lot more. There's that soundtrack playing. I want to get like a good shot of him, like, and they're really not letting him just kind of observe the environment. Anyway, back to our Halo 1 playthrough. And
Yeah, like once again, you have another room, very similar to a room we've been in before, but because of the good lighting choices, it's completely different. It's got a very different vibe to it now. Building this with the Halo 4 pick. The Halo 4 Forge. Good old Halo 1. I could just stream like this all day. Just play Halo 1. You guys want that? Or you guys want to see me play Halo 1? I could whip out my old Xbox. That guy's like propped up, so he looks like he's not dead. Where is this last guy? Oh, there you are. They should make that game where you're playing as a grunt and you're having to hide as Master Chief hunts you down. There you go. There's a Halo spin-off game right there. Call it Halo Isolation. It's like a horror game where you're hunted by Master Chief. Let's do that. All these like color choices. We're gonna do this. I don't want to I don't want to keep doing this, but once again, I have to. Like just the strong use of color. Notice how this room is a different color from this area. It's like slightly different types of light sources too. Very, very different. It lets you know where you are within an environment. You don't get lost. Halo 1 was beautiful like that. And then in the in the remake, like you can see there's the occasional desire to maybe have similar colors to the original. Like, okay, there was an orange light in the original environment. So we've added like a couple little lights here to indicate that, but it doesn't come through at all. You just lose that. It's a game made to look good on screenshots, not to actually play through and exist in. All right, we're gonna have to start speeding this up here, chat. I keep like stopping and pausing. This must be like, I hope this isn't too just jarring. I hope there's not a lot of whiplash going on here as I switch back and forth. All right. This poor Jackal. Thank you for the super chat. Depressing to consider that younger generations who never played Halo CE will think Halo 1 was mediocre because the remake in 343. Yes, sir. That's already happening for other remakes. For like Resident Evil 2, for Final Fantasy 7. I mentioned that before. Yeah, the remake will take precedence, and you become the old boomer for preferring the original. I don't know if the remake will have longevity though, and this is my weird hot take because everyone's talking about like, oh, the remake, you know, for younger new generations who never played Halo. Where'd this fucker go? Where'd you fucking go, Elite? Ah, you on low shields. Some cheating flying around. This isn't how you're supposed to play Halo. This will be Halo graphics in 2014. That really is the case, yeah. All right. Look at the vibe this room's given us. I'm just playing Halo now. And I mean, like, what's funny is there's a Halo dance. There's a dance to the gameplay, to how you play Halo. Halo 1 especially. To all the Halos, but Halo 1 has its own slightly different dance. And I think that's why people like it so much. Not necessarily because it's better, but because it's different. It's different to all the Halos that came after. I talked about that in my Halo 2 video. Is like Halo 2 really changed up how combat works. And so like a lot of Halo games are more similar to Halo 2 than they are Halo 1. So it's a shame that looking at the combat, looking at the new combat, it really does just look like Halo Infinite. There's no attempt to make this play like Halo 1 did. Just kind of like generic Halo Infinite gameplay. Thank you for the super chat again. Plot twist. Halo Remake turns out to be an alternate universe, like what they did in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think that's what they're doing. Like, I think they're full on ready to retcon the Halo lore. I think that is the plan. Playing Halo, enjoying yourself, that's not allowed. I hope I'm not missing any good messages. Chat goes by pretty fast, so it's hard to keep track. All right. I'm just kind of scrolling through, see if I missed anybody. I had to take a backseat in graphics. So like they're kind of redesigned this level. I'm noticing they've got like a second platform going. That's whatever. Like they're obviously changing up some of the rooms. Like this room is very similar to another room we've been through. Like okay, you're changing how it looks, you're changing how it plays. It's a remake. You're trying to do something new. Whatever. My problem is that you're losing that mise en scène, that like beautiful dark blue with hints of like not even orange, like red almost, maybe pink, salmon color. Just Halo 1 has such a vibe, has such a mood. And here it's just nothing. It's just it's the same colors that we've seen in every other room. Yeah, look, the room is different. Got like a glowing energy bridge. That's gonna be something. They're gonna change up how the rooms look. Whatever. Oh, I accidentally read that. I'm kind of skipping through here because I'm getting tired of 343's bullshit.
Resistance appears to be increasing. We must be close to the control center.
All right. The famous dual bridge section. Which I actually like how it's utilized on 2 Betrayals. Like the fact that you have the flood jumping over. Again, you have the same problem. Like the bridge is covered in this dandruff and like everything's all bright and overexposed. You don't have any good color choices. Does the glass even break? I don't think it does. It might. No, yeah, it did. It did before the first time we saw that. These poor guys. They didn't ask for war. The space needs to be fun before it's pretty. Who said that? Whose line was that? I don't remember the developer's name. Oh my god, you needled me. What about Cortana color? I mean, she's blue. She's living in a blue world. Like, could you not have just made her purple? Like, would it have been that hard? I guess if they're going for... Because that's the... You know what? I realized as I'm saying it. That's what New Halo's going for. It's not going for an artistic vision. It's going for corporate synergy. That's what New Halo is now. There's no desire to make a game look nice. We have to make this look like everything else. Which I hate. Because, like, that's the fun of a game, is seeing how everything progresses over the course of a series. Seeing how an art style evolves game to game. Isn't it so novel how we have an entire Bungie trilogy of games that all have like slightly different art styles, and even getting into the prequels with ODST and Reach. Like, isn't that such a novel thing to have? Like all 5 Bungie games are different and unique in their art style, their color usage, their color palette, their slightly different take on environments, and yet they all still fit together. Bungie didn't decide, hey, let's go back and replace Halo 1 with Halo 2 assets. They didn't decide that. Games have a slightly different look across both of them. And that's perfectly fine. Don't forget about 30 seconds of fun. Jamie Griesmer quote. Man, he's been on a roll on Twitter lately. He is not happy about the remake. That's the thing. People cited Marcus Leto as being like, oh, see, here's proof that old Bungie approves of the remake. It's like, it's just him. Like every other Bungie guy, every other Bungie team member they've interviewed has been like, yeah, no, this looks, I don't like seeing this. Once again, color. Look at the color. Look at the color contrasts. Look at everything. Look at the lighting. Look how easy it is to see everything. Like, just nice and simple, and then not anymore. Everything's like just kind of ugly and overexposed. Yeah. George Lucas Special Edition mentality. Yeah, seriously, yeah. It's Adrian for sure. Adrian or Jan. Yeah. Reminds me of George Lucas talking about how he would try to make every movie have its own tone of vision. I like how we have 2 different George Lucas references. Both wildly different interpretations of him. I like that. No, George, he did say that though. Yeah, with the original Star Wars trilogy, he like very intentionally, the films have colors. The films have like color tones to them. Which he has talked about. To reload your weapon. Reload your weapon. I don't know. I guess we'll probably continue up to the end of the level. We've gone this far. I'll continue this, chat. Wait. Chat. How many needle? I don't know how many needle rounds I have left. How many do I have? Am I almost out of a magazine? I can't tell. I can't tell, chat. There's like, if only there was a screen telling me how many needles were still in my gun. If only there was something to tell me that. Oh, it's on the top of the gun. That's okay. I missed that. I missed that, chat. You have 18 needles left. There are people defending that shit too. Yeah. Whatever. At this point, with such egregious changes, with something as egregious as that, it's like, yeah, as a 343 defender, like you kind of deserve slop at this point. You deserve to be treated like a mouth breather who can't understand visual indicators. I'm going to repeat myself as always. Once again, color choice. Nice kind of yellow, almost lime green, contrasting with the dark, beautiful blue. Beautiful looking game, beautiful looking colors. Colors which I just don't see in the remake. You have 18 rounds left. Press R to reload your gun. They've replaced the room for this. This is a different room. This is like imitating a different room. I think on Two Betrayals. There's like a room you see on Two Betrayals. Like you've got like the upper area in the center. The glass that can be broken. Alright, whatever. He runs through, blah, blah, blah. He comes back out. Cross.
I think we'll do the same. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit here, chat, because oh wait, I realized I didn't have the screen on the whole time. That's a bit embarrassing. As I said, he goes through this room. There's no colors. It's all the same. But this specific room layout is not in the. It's not like this. This is seen later on a different level. I think when we go back the other way, this is shown in a different way. So I'm noticing that. I'm noticing a lot of the room. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of the rooms are being kind of placed around differently. Like they're ordered differently. Like this area shows up later. Got like the kind of upper area with the glass that can be broken. That doesn't show up here. It is interesting playing these back to back, because I am able to see now how different everything is. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm seeing what they did here, actually. So they truncated this whole area. I'm realizing this now. So this whole area has been truncated to a single room. So this... wow, there's a lot that's been cut. So this entire room has been cut. This hallway has been cut. He comes in from the bridge and immediately walks out into this room. Wow. That is amazing. If we go back a little bit, we'll see. He walks right. He goes from outside. Then into this room. All that entire area was skipped just to get here. Wow. And then we're skipping ahead a bit. Every room includes a new squint. Yeah, you need all the waypoints. You need all the waypoints because the rooms are unreadable. You can't navigate around in them. And then he's back out on the bridge again. He's on the other side now. That entire area was cut. I didn't think they'd go that far, but I guess they did. The Grunts say, fuck you. I can't believe they fixed Halo. And that is the funny thing of people saying, like, oh, with the remake. Like, why couldn't they also remake the multiplayer? Because the multiplayer, it would have been a completely different multiplayer. Let's be real. If they tried to add multiplayer for the remake, it would just play like Halo Infinite. So I in a way, I'm understanding like why they didn't go that route. Under a better developer, maybe. What am I saying? What am I saying? I don't know what developer could even justify themselves in remaking Halo CE. Need to shave those rooms off to put more over-designed rocks on the exterior. It's like that whole area, like that's how long it took for us to wrap around here. Like for him, it was a single room to go through. Please mention the god-awful shotgun animation for the end of stream. Till to do a barrel recoil. We saw it in the trailer. It was more so commented on how it feels out of place when it's not used in Guilty Spark. Like when it shows up prior to that. Because there's no use. There's not really a... The flood intro. Oh man, was that... Okay, that was YouTube buffering. Oh shit, no, wait, is it? Oh yeah, that is just YouTube. Okay. There we go. Sorry, chat. Everything was kind of tabbed out there. There was frame drops in the video, but what developer should have made Halo 4 instead of forming 343 at all? I don't think there should have been a Halo 4. I think Halo should have been on ice for 10 years. Keep on ice for 10 years. In that time, bring the games to PC. Port the games to PC. And then maybe tease like a couple spin-offs here or there, and wait a little bit. That's the problem with Halo 4, is they made it 2 years after Halo Reach. Halo 4 should have been 15 years. No, that's insane. 10 years, at least. 10 years after 10 years after Halo Reach. All right. I'm lost where we are here, because now we're entering the part of the remake where they're really skipping around. Oh, I love the old grunt sounds. They're so goofy but adorable. Watch, I'm now able to cheat in this game. Thanks, MCC. The flying in this skull is fucked, by the way. It is impossible to move around. You can only fly forward. That's why I look. That's why I look so weird when I have to fly. Halo and Ice for 10 years to return as the extraction shooter. I don't quite mean that. I do think, though, it needed a break. Games need rest. They really do. I'm going to go off on a tangent here, so just be aware, chat. With Halo, they were churning out sequels so fast they did not have time to analyze what worked with the games. Like Halo 4 came out 11 years after Halo 1. And now there's more time between Halo 4 and now. Like it takes a while for people to understand why a game works. It really does. I said it with Burke, like games need to simmer. They need time to settle in people's brains. Because if you're only going off of like recent opinion, like people have recency bias. Like people will not accurately judge something that's new. Like it takes years for, like, think about like The Force Awakens. Think about like the new Star Wars movies. When those came out, there were people who defended them with their life, that these movies were great. They only said that because they were new. Now that it's been over a decade, which, by the way, isn't that insane to think about? It's been over 10 years since the Star Wars sequels. Now that we've had so much time, it's easier to see, like, okay, yeah, these weren't good movies. Like they had so many problems, they had so many issues, they did so many things wrong. You miss that. You miss that when you're like churning stuff out without having time to stop and reflect. That's what happened with Halo. I think Halo needed to go on ice. Put it in stasis for 10 years. Do some ports, do some remakes, re-releases. Do maybe a spin-off here or there. Do some tie-in media. Give us like a Halo anime. Like do that. That'd be pretty cool. And then when you're ready, then maybe do a sequel. I just like this room. I like the look of this, the colors, everything. Just not present in the remake at all. People don't like admitting they've been gypped. It takes a while. Hype is absolutely like hype and recency bias. That will change how you see art and media. It's easier to like dissect something when that wave of recency bias is over. All right. This I have some problems with.
Control room.
This is the control room. They've okay. I guess we'll just let's show what it looked like originally. Because the design of the control room was very elaborate. Actually, very first. This hallway. You can actually see how they redesigned the hallway. again, just kind of like a lack of artistry, maybe. I don't know. If I squint, they kind of look similar, but it's just barely. Here's a $1 million question. Does this look fun to you? Not really. It looks. It looks. Here's the death word. Here's what kills Halo. Looks lame. It really does. It looks lame. Man, they've cut out so many sections. Holy crap. So they cut out that entire room prior. Entire set. So this, they like combined those two rooms into one. The hunters and everything else. Bland. Yeah, bland. It's very bland. Like I'll say, I think that's the worst part. Is I really am getting like the Force Awakens vibes from it. It feels like a lot of weird overcorrections, but like you're not learning the right things. You're learning very basic stuff of like, oh, people don't like Prometheans. No more Prometheans. Oh, people don't like when Forerunner architecture looks like the inside of Tron. So let's not do that. But the Halo 1 remake is just so funny. It's so funny because they've just set themselves up of like, okay, we're going to give everyone direct comparison material to compare a 25-year-old game versus how we would interpret that 25-year-old game.
This must be the control room. Subtle. The entrance to the control center is at the top of that pyramid structure. Bring me up
Oh boy.
to be able to get us inside.
Gotta use my cheats to get out of this one. Yeah, I think that is what I'm most excited. The thing I'm most excited for, because first off, it is kind of fun to have another 343 slop game. I mistook Infinite as being their last one. Like I full on thought, like okay, no more 343 slop from here on out. But no, like they're committed to remaking one of the best games ever made, and they're not afraid to. They're not afraid. They're not afraid for what everyone's going to think about it. So, I'm excited. I'm excited to see all the weird changes they've added. I'm excited to do direct comparisons. I'm excited that I basically get to do a unofficial Halo 1 retrospective in the context of comparing it to the Halo remake. So yeah, this I have a problem with the way they've redesigned this bridge. It's like, I once again I kind of understand. Like you're a designer, you're looking at this like, oh, why is there like a weird snow bridge? Because it looks cool. But the problem that their new design has is that it just makes the whole area look a lot more cluttered.
Must be the control room. Subtle.
Because now that this isn't a natural forming bridge anymore, it's like an actual.
Don't let anyone else touch it.
It's just like a Forerunner bridge. What did she say here?
Covenant Banshees. You can use them to fly straight to the control structure.
Oh my god. I didn't even catch this part. This is another Focus M. This is a Banshee. You can use this to skip the entire level and get to the end quickly.
Look, Covenant Banshees. You can use them to fly straight to the control structure. Don't let anyone else touch
Oh.
it.
How can it be blind if it's shiny and high res? There are people who think that way. Like new is better.
It's at the top of that pyramid structure. Bring me up there and I should be able to get us inside.
Yeah. Banshee fight. You got the rolling from Halo 2. entire environment looks so different though. Just first off, what a beautiful Halo 1 environment. Straight up. One of the coolest Forerunner designs. I like the little touch here. You got the frozen waterfall. Which is a nice touch because it indicates, oh, maybe this biome wasn't always a snow biome. So yeah. You could just the use of color and lighting to create depth. I wish I had more time to just go in depth about all of this, to fully explain or articulate like why these elicit such a reaction. The fact that you have these contrasting colors that they flow together seamlessly. They lead your eyes all the way to the top of the tower where you know you need to go. Meanwhile, we compare that to our Unreal Engine slop here. There's no colors. The colors that are here are very faint and hard to make out. And what this bridge does, this entire area feels smaller, doesn't it? Doesn't this feel just tiny now? Oh, there we go. There's the frame rate hitching. I hate the remake Banshee wings. You think parts of the game in the remake don't have Cortana in your head, still ever telling you what to do over comms, or another character do it? Possibly another character will do it. There's not a lot of parts in the games that do that. I think the only one I'm thinking about it. The only level that would have that would be Guilty Spark. Because then for the library, you can have Guilty Spark himself radio to you of what to do and where to go. But yeah, like everything, this whole area feels a lot more claustrophobic than I remembered it. Yeah, no colors, just the baked-in Unreal Engine lumen lighting, pre-baked shaders. That's why everything looks so bland now. There's no intentional lighting choices. Everything is using stock Unreal Engine 5 light sources. That like stock built-in Unreal Engine 5 open world lighting. All right, so we'll kind of skip ahead here. Focus Reclaimer. Now, I get what they were doing. They're trying to recreate the Banshee newer graphics. Doesn't quite work. I mean, I've seen worse translations. It's just the color. It's the color and the lighting. Because like, sure, this technically looks, you know, higher fidelity, higher res textures, more polygons. This just has like a mood to it. You miss that like griminess. That's the thing about the remake is like if you look close enough, you can kind of see like there is a little bit of grime. You can see the grime when you look closely. But because everything is so overly detailed and overly greebled, you just don't get a good look at it. It like kind of blends in with everything. Especially when they have all these like weird extra golden accents to everything. I don't know what that's all about. So, anyway. Near the end of the level, I don't know why they designed the hallway to look like this. They just left it as it is. Nice and open. Oh, out of ammo. Oh my god, look at that jump. Remember when the gold elites were scary? Remember when the zealots were terrifying? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Why the light rune off the gateway? I don't know. Because you know what? I'm realizing this now. Because probably the AI redesigned it to look that way. I do. That's why, chat, I hope I'm getting through to you why I suspect AI has a lot to do with the concept art for this game. Because all these are very specific human decisions, human choices to make the room look like this. These ribbed layers, this like transparent glass with the light beneath, but like the glass itself has a texture on it, and it loops around and it creates this like parallax out into the distance. All these lights creates depth. And just with the new one, it just, you don't have that. Look cluttered. It's cluttered. It looks like an AI took this room and was told, hey, make this look like everything else. Make this blend in. It's a shame. Gotta get a better gun for this. Oh, if only I was playing the remake, I could pick up this guy's sword. Oh wait, I have a better gun. Good old Halo 1. Like, why, even just playing this level, like, why would you need this remade? Like, who's this, again, who needs this remade? Chumps, that's who. And that's the end of level. Sorry that took so long. Good lord. I wasn't expecting to have a lot to say about a single level. Very quickly, there's the new control room. I want to contrast with the original.
Scanning. Covenant forces in the vicinity have been eliminated. Let's move on to Halo's control center.
Ah. Look at that. Like, his armor works better in the original graphics. It really does. Its uniqueness stripped away. Every room used to have a slightly unique flair to it. Because, to be fair, Bungie were still figuring out Forerunner architecture. I think Forerunner architecture has just gone through complete flanderization. I really do. I think you had all of these styles in Halo 1 and Halo 2 that were then kind of just like had very bare bones aspects taken from them and recreated in the 343 games.
That terminal, try there.
All right, I think we're done with this part of the level. And like, yeah, they have to add the cutscene. So,
This is it. Halo's control center.
God, Jen Taylor sounds so tired. She does. Anyway, that was a little demonstration of Halo. Back to our animated wallpaper. So that wasn't. I realized I forgot one. I forgot one extra trailer to show off. The Skull trailer. Skulls and remix. We're gonna breeze through this one because I'm feeling
your rear and land
I'm feeling the streams we're probably at our limit here with how much Halo remake we can talk about. I certainly can.
It's your favorite lean, mean man in green, Sergeant.
There's a shotgun.
Major Avery Johnson. I just beat the campaign. Aren't I done? No, we got all the bits, Bob. Left. I just beat the campaign. Aren't I done? No.
Our brutes. That does look like Silent Cartographer.
No.
I think there are skulls that change the enemies that spawn in and change the style of the environment.
We got all the bits, Bob, levers and knobs to tweak and tune.
Yeah, like first off, we got the needle rifle. I don't know if that's in the game by default. Same with the spiker. Like, I'm wondering, are there skulls to determine enemy spawns?
First up, skulls. In Halo Campaign Evolved, there are 3 skulls hidden in each and every alien-infested mission.
Yep.
They're collectible artifacts that help you modify your
3 skulls per level.
or some truly absurd outcomes. Turn on 1, turn on 2.
Okay, classics. Yeah, 42 skulls.
Let's have a look at some of my favorites.
So this is the one where everyone was talking about, like, oh, you can enable the skulls to recreate the original gameplay, which is like, why not just have that on by default? Like, why
Why make that as a collectible? Team David Scully. The floor is lava. It's such a weird. You can tell, like, okay, they're running out of skull ideas.
Hey, look at them fly. Some skulls bring the bip, the bat, and the boom. Rockets, grenades, vehicles. It's glorious. Do you believe you can fly? Do you believe?
Okay, this is our one. Man, look, this is our. This is our one look at Truth and Wreck. Look at the color filter. That's not YouTube compression. That's like how the game looks. What's going on with the way this lighting is framed? It's like the original level just like was perfectly set, kind of in the dark at night. A little bit of a purple glow from the ship, but only when you got close to it.
Do you believe you can touch the sky? The acrophobia
It looks so
skull will
weird.
let you take flight to
We're seeing more of that
every
ship too, and it
corner
looks so bad.
Alpha Halo, whether you should be there or not.
I can't see shit.
You want to admire that sleek new Mark V armor. Activate the perspective skull.
Yeah, so 100% the third person exists for you to admire your skin, because there are skins.
Pull those eyes
This
out
at the end of
your
the
head
none of
and
these trailers
squeeze
show off
in
the
third
skins.
person. Then again,
Oh, at the end of this
sometimes
one
you
it
just
does, a
want
little
some
bit.
Old school vibes. Maybe throw it back to simpler times. In my day, the MA5B held 60 rounds. Look at those shell casing fly. Whether you want to play OG or OP, skulls can make you feel like the biggest badass on the block. And that's not all.
As he skips through, yeah, campaign remix. That's
remix mode automatically order you.
oh,
a
wait, there we go. We
remix.
saw
Remix.
okay, Zoom solo game, campaign remix, co-op, optimization, collectibles. No theater mode. Interesting. Okay, no theater. You guys can't see because chat's in the way. No theater mode.
Mode automatically order you a combo platter to get you out of the menu.
But whatever. This they're trying to get extra content out of a remake of a game we've all played years and years ago. Well, it has to be a skull because it's a skull because Halo has skulls.
Into the mayhem. Don't worry though. At this fine establishment, substitutions.
So look at this. So like
At this
it's like the same
fine
level,
establishment,
but with different enemy types. So you've got the flood pure forms. You got like night vision turned on.
substitutions are allowed.
And you've got like fog engaged. So like some of the skulls like clearly change up the environment, change up how the environments look. Perhaps even change the weapons that you're carrying, like or the enemies that spawn in. Because this looks like a guy who exists only in the prequel level, which means that maybe there's brutes in the prequel level too. I don't know.
This feature is perfect for any discerning cyborg super soldier looking at
So you get the
mix
spiker.
things up a bit.
So yeah, I think that's what
The
remix
flood
is
shows what's
for.
possible on the battlefield. Hey, what are these guys doing here? Remix doesn't just change how you play the game; it changes how you see the battlefield. And it goes without saying, a Halo adventure like this is just
God,
too good to
that night vision, that night vision. I hope that's something that can be
A Halo
toggled
adventure
off.
Like this is just too good to keep to yourself. So feel free to bring a friend or
I gotta look at here. You can already see some of the skins. That's a skin, by the way. This guy who jumps around looking like a hunter, that's a player. Because that's what you want in a game that's about readability and being able to read an enemy, is having a player skin that makes you look just like one of the main enemies in the game. This is what I like. This is what I want right here.
good to keep to yourself. So feel free to bring a friend or three to
There's a gold skin.
subject to your masochistic madness.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, but like some of the skulls like clearly turn on like weird color fogs. Like look at this. Like this is a skull that's turned on.
Let you play Halo.
There's like brutes on Sound Cartographer.
Halo campaign evolved. Pre-order now. That's an order, soldier.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find. I think I have one of these images saved. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh, I think we kind of lagged there. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. These are the chat. You wanted skins? We got some skins for you. I hope you like them. Yeah, it's like, where's my Hayabusa? So you've got like a weird mecha skin in the back. I think people have said that's a Halo Wars 2 skin. And you've got like the edgy guy in the ghillie suit. You've got the fucking guy like who's flaming with needler rounds. Then you've got the guy who looks like a hunter. And then you've got the guy dressed like a Spartan in the back. Same with the weapons too. It's like here's some extra weapon skins. Who's buying these? Is someone gonna buy these? And then if you pre-order, you get the original Mark IV skin, the original low res, low poly model. Yes. Beyond Kino. Like, really? Like, do we really need this? Did we really need this in our remake? Do you know what's so funny? I predicted years and years ago, only OGs will remember, when I was hanging with Burke and we were talking about horror games, and somehow we got on the discussion of like Dead Space and Callisto Protocol. This was around that time, like around the Dead Space remake, around the Callisto Protocol remake. And I predicted that the Dead Space remake would have a bunch of like ugly, expensive skins that you had to buy in a bundle. It turns out I was partially wrong. There were some skins that you could buy in a bundle, but that bundle now exists for the Halo remake. So I can't believe a fucking EA game had a better value in terms of microtransactions and DLC than a fucking Halo game. That is insane. Or cheap Tolkien. So yeah, that's kind of it. I'm struggling to think of anything more we can talk about. I mean, we can reopen our document here. Yeah, I've made predictions. I still have my same predictions. So the community cope cycle. Halo's back posting. A lot of thumbnails, a lot of YouTube thumbnails, a lot of YouTubers who are talking about how we're so back. Halo is so back, you guys. We're so back. Speaking of Halo YouTubers, did he I'm scrolling through the usual suspects at this point. I really am. Yeah. Look, there I am. They did release it for PlayStation. Oh, look at this. Look at this guy. Look at Oh, interesting. Interesting. You got flown out to the island. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Got any Halo fan artists you follow? Like, recommend? I wish I could. You're putting me on the spot here. There are a couple. There's a couple artists that I have been following. I commissioned one of them for my upcoming thumbnail for an upcoming video. Let me see. I got to scroll all the way back because I think I bookmarked one of their art. VNanon _ is one of the better artists out there, and he himself is following a lot of artists. He made the cool, like, edgy Mark IV redesign. When I talked about how the Mark V, sorry, when I talked about how the Mark V is like impossible to depict in like a higher fidelity model, his is the example that I think of as like a good counter example of like, if you make it more stylized, if you add more edges to it, like if you keep that almost anime aesthetic, like you can make it absolutely work. Actually, do you guys actually want to see that? Here, I'll even show it off. VNanon on Twitter. It's like they should have just got this guy to make the art. They really should have. This is what I'm talking about. This stylization right here. Oh, it's like overblown. It's like this style is what Halo really needs to go back to. It really needs to go back to this like edgy anime style of like you know, it's high fidelity, but we're not leaving this stylization. Like we're keeping the exaggerated proportions. We're keeping these edges. But we're making it look a little nicer. That's what the remake needed, and it didn't. The remake's going for Unreal Engine 5, which I do not like. Oh my god. I hope you're. I don't know if you're still in here, Private. I just saw your DM. Private was running images through AI to see how an AI might interpret them, and he's getting the exact same results of like, oh, this just straight up looks like the remake. This is amazing. That's amazing. I hope I'm not missing any messages here. I keep looking for usernames that I recognize because you guys go by pretty fast. Believe it or not, I do look through comments on the comments of my videos. I try and look through every comment. But yeah. They really forgot those anime influences. They really did. They really did. And it's something that you don't notice when you're younger, but when you pay more attention to it, it's like, oh yeah, it was absolutely there. By the way, I wanted to clarify, like, first off, I love how Shyron TL34 has an amazing backrooms aesthetic to it. I found the backrooms to be shockingly emblematic of the feeling that I feel towards remake culture, which is a memory of a memory. It is this weird pseudo world where your memories become distorted and take over, and it becomes less of like you lose reality, you lose what's real, and you turn into like a weird facade that sort of vaguely resembles what you remember but isn't quite there. I found it to be very interesting. A wonderfully timed movie for what's going on right now in culture. Halo 1 is now closer to the 80s than it is to the current day. Yes. Oh god, what was the stat I learned recently? Halo 1 is now closer to the game Adventure on on the Atari than we are to Halo 1. That says it all. That really says it all. Like I think we have hit a wall. We've hit a wall when it comes to graphics and design and innovation. And now we're just wheel spinning. That's all we're doing. Adventure from Oh, I guess I misread that. Oh yeah, no. Most significant game was introduced in 1976 was Adventure. Yeah. Adventure. Adventure for the text-based game. Sorry. Not the little pixelated, not the little adventure game. Well, actually no, it is closer. Actually, it is closer to Adventure from the 80s. 25 years from Halo 1 is 1976. So that's the year I was looking up. Colossal Cave Adventure. I'm looking all this stuff. Seawolf. Breakout. Wow. Okay, original Breakout. Oh my god. It's like it's like people in like around the release of Halo 1 going, we need to re-release Breakout. We need to remake Breakout with modern graphics. There weren't a lot of games in 1976. I'll be honest with you, chat. Can't be that old. I refuse to believe you. Yeah, do the math. I mean, we're 25 years beyond Halo 1.
PS3 turns 20 this year. Xbox 360 turned 20 last year. It really is funny how like we're still here. We're still here. We're still trying. Like 343 has had 16 years to try and reboot Halo, and they're still trying. They're still trying, and they're still just wheel spinning. I feel like graphics plateaued a decade ago. Yeah, I literally can't tell a difference from games from the PS4 to the current gen. I really can't. Like PS4, Xbox One, that's where games stopped. That's really where games graphically stopped. And I'm not even a fan of like that graphic style. Like I'm totally fine with games looking a little older. But no, everything kind of stopped there, and then it just got worse and worse. We peaked at MGS5. I don't know if I go that far. Now everyone's saying when we when we peaked at games. That was because when the dig site was the thing. But yeah, entire generation has never experienced a good Halo release. An entire generation has never felt the excitement for when a new Halo game is doing a midnight launch. Remember that? Remember that? You'd see it on the news. Some local news crew would go to your local Best Buy or your local GameStop. Back when EB Games was still a thing. Tonight, an entire line wraps around the block as they await the release of the new Halo game. And they'd interview a bunch of mid to early 2000s era nerds. Species of nerd that has long since been extinct. Those goofy, nerdy guys. Some maybe wearing like Halo cosplay. Excited to get their copy of Halo 2 or Halo 3. Maybe ODST or Reach. Yeah, you just don't have that anymore. And it's not even a matter of nostalgia at this point. Like it really just I do kind of wish we would. When I say we, I really am meaning Microsoft. I really wish they would just move on. Let Halo rest. Give it 10 years. Unironically, give Halo another 10 years. Give it 10 years to just sit there and do nothing. Just let it simmer. Port the games to new consoles. Like they should have done that. Like instead of doing a remake, here's Halo MCC, but for the Nintendo Switch, for the PlayStation 5. Like that would have been pretty cool. It was better. We're old men shouting at we're not old men shouting at clowns. Yeah, Bill Gates handed out OG Xboxes. Never got to experience a midnight launch. Well, I've talked about this with the... And now this straight up, this just is like nostalgia. So I'll fully admit this. It used to be a challenge to even get the game. Like we think about it now. New game comes out. Navigate online. Go to Steam store page. Go to the online store page. Click download. Click purchase. Click download. But like and this is a result of physical copies, of course. But you used to have that. You used to have. It was a quest to actually acquire the game, because there were limited numbers of copies out there. Yeah, we're sold out. I'm sorry, we're sold out. You know, you could try our store a couple towns over. I remember those days. GameStop. They're out. They're out of copies. Let's take the freeway down a couple towns over. I hear they have it, I hear they have it over a GameStop over in Wisconsin might have it. Let's drive over and check it out.
it was an adventure to even get the game in the first place. Those midnight launches, people aren't just sitting there just because they want. I mean, obviously some are sitting there because they want to. They're sitting there so they can get their copy of the game. Because it's when, especially a game like Halo. A game like Halo was such a big release. Like, you just couldn't get it. There were times where you just could not get a copy because everyone was grabbing it. Halo 3, you could not get a copy of Halo 3. It was like, I'm trying to remember. It was like Halo 3. You had like GTA 4. I remember that. My dad got GTA 4. That's how I remember that part. I was a little too young for Halo 4. I was old enough for Halo 3. For GTA 4. Exactly. Jingle All the Way with Halo. Which is such a shit movie, by the way. But that movie is like, that's partially shot where in areas that I vaguely know, where I grew up kind of around. But no, it was a challenge. It was always a challenge to get the copy, to get that physical game. And then you got it. Holy shit. EB Games has this. Oh, this one Target, this one Walmart still has a copy. Oh, and then you're driving home. It's like, I've got the game. I finally got the game. And that's entirely. I'm speaking entirely from nostalgia. It's way more convenient that we don't have that anymore. It's way more convenient that we can just download a game. So, just a fun thing to reminisce on. I miss physical PC games. I'm a little more iffy on physical PC games. I'm more than. I understand ownership. I understand the desire to own your games, and that is a threat that comes with stuff like Steam having their locked off DRM. You do have GOG. But it is nice. It is nice now to just have like, oh, I have a library full of games, you know, from decades ago. I can load up GOG and I just have an entire collection of old games that I never would have found in a game store otherwise. I can now go play Diablo 2 because it was never on the shelf when it was never on the shelf at like a Comp USA. It was always hard to find. Or that is the benefit of having a digital storefront, is finally getting a chance to see those obscure games. I forget who I talked about this with. There were always those games that you remember sitting on shelves untouched. Like, you always remembered those games of like, what was that game? Like, I keep seeing that game sitting on this part of the shelf and I've never looked at it before. Meme Alchemist, thank you for the super chat. A lot of super chats tonight. I really appreciate that, you guys. I really appreciate your coverage. Halo CE is such a special game to me. Loading up the main menu for the first time was the most magical experiences. It really was. It really was. With Halo 1, Halo 1 changed my view of games. It really did. I'm not exaggerating. Like, to me, I have a pre and post Halo 1 understanding of what video games could be. It's like, oh, games can be more than just like Game Boy Advance shit. I legitimately remember that of like, oh, it can be more than just these like licensed tie-in games or like these weird like Game Boy Advance games. Like, oh, here's Halo 1, and I vividly remember like grappling with the idea of it being first person. Like, oh, I'm playing from the perspective of a guy. That was so mind-blowing to me as a kid. Expansion packs, yep. Welcome to the nostalgia part of the stream. Now we've turned into old men. Now we've turned into old men reminiscing about nostalgia. That's what we've fully turned into here. You know what? I think expansion packs have fully affected how I handle microtransactions in DLC. I've joked about this with Burke and Titus. I lose interest in a game if I have to spend more than $40 in microtransactions. Just straight up. Like, I'll play a game. I'll play like an MMO or like a Warframe, for example. Like, I'll try a game out for a little bit. I won't spend money. I don't like to spend because I know I'm going to spend if I spend money on something, like I'm never coming back to this game. Like I'll play through a game. If a game's good enough, I'll maybe buy like okay, like with Warframe for example. I tried Warframe, I spent like 100 hours into it until I unlocked my first frame without spending any money. I unlocked the Rhino frame. I'm like, okay, I finally unlocked a frame without having to spend a cent. And I've liked this game. I still kind of like Warframe. It comes and goes. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll spend a little bit of money, you know, to get another frame. But I always hit $40. That's my limit. I think when I get past $40, I immediately lose interest because I realize like, oh, this is like a money sink. And I think the reason it is $40 is because of expansion packs. Because like if you think about like okay, getting the Half-Life bundle with Blue Shift and Opposing Force, I think back in the day it was like you could get the whole bundle for like $40. I remember that. Or like Doom 3 and Resurrection of Evil. You could get these like that's for me that's as much as like an expansion pack would be. Like okay, an expansion pack or a couple smaller expansion packs together. Like around $40-$50 ish. Not quite as expensive as the main game. I think that is now fully ingrained into my brain. So like I genuinely have like a subconscious reaction to the idea of spending more than that. Good choice of frame. I dabble with Warframe here and there. That is definitely one of those games where like I've kind of lost track of what I'm actually doing. It's like I'll play like PvE missions and that's about it. That you know what? That is a very good game when I need to pass the time if I have something rendering in the background. I remembered our high school computer labs had Halo CE on them. Thanks to the science labs. I think the science labs had Killing Floor. That's a game. Twice a year, our school had midnight LAN parties. We hooked up Xboxes to play Halo 3. Fuck yeah. That happened at our school. Not the Killing Floor. We didn't have midnight LAN parties. We did have System Link parties at like a friend's house. Only like a few times though. No, it's in high school. Someone was going around with a USB with Halo Custom Edition on it and was just passing them out to the school computers. And so like on Fridays we would all just playing over LAN. We would just load up Halo Custom Edition and play multiplayer. I remember that. Isn't that so funny? Like just how I wonder how that spreads. It's like, oh yeah, here's a copy of Halo Custom Edition and it's just almost like a virus. It's just spreading from school computer to school computer. Yeah, we used to have it so good, unironically. I don't like that. I don't like being an old man. I really don't. I don't, and that's something where I've actively had to tell myself, don't be the guy who says under his breath, kids these days. Don't be that guy. Because I've seen what's happening. I've seen the Gen Xers. I've seen the Gen Xers. I've seen the older millennials. I've seen that attitude. The like, oh, these fucking fucking young kids. They don't have the same games that we do. They don't remember. Do you guys remember when the internet was dominated by 90s kids? Do you remember that? You remember when it was like every fucking article and review was like how good it used to be to live in the 90s and oh boy, I feel so bad for anyone who didn't get to live in the 90s. And now you see those same people now that they're balding and they're hitting menopause and they're starting to get up there. Now they're like getting visceral against younger generations. I say all that to say I don't want to be that. When I'm an old man, I don't want to be the guy looking down on younger generations, mocking them, saying, hey, we had it better in our day, telling them like, oh, you fucking kids and you kids like jack shit. You kids have it You kids are so entitled and this and that. I aspire to that. I aspire to never turn into the eternal boomer, or even worse, the nostalgia obsessed Gen Xer. That's what I want to avoid. Yeah, I've lived long enough to become the villain. Eternal September's not over. All the youngsters have done some real good. I will say the thing I'm a the like the silver lining of all of this, the pulse that I feel, that I feel that this whole thing just hasn't died quite yet. That pulse that I feel that things might still be alive is seeing younger people embrace like curiosity for older stuff, like older games, for older movies, older shows. Not just because they're old, not because they're seeking out nostalgia that, you know, like a Gen Xer might. Like a Gen Xer watches He-Man because he grew up with it as a young kid. Now as an old man, he has his nostalgia that he has to live through. I don't know why I picked He-Man, because that's the first thing that came to mind. Because that's like such a shitty toy advertisement. That's like a toy advertisement property. Like that's entirely nostalgia. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon. Like that is nostalgia. You don't like it because it's art. You like it because you grew up with it. But when I say like seeing young kids like old stuff, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like actual good stuff. I'm talking about like old classic films. I'm talking about classical games that are like not because of nostalgia, but because they're still good. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing younger people kind of embrace that. And that is the benefit of having something like GOG, having something like Steam, even having as awful as streaming is becoming, as many shows are disappearing, there are still people discovering like older movies and older shows, just older stuff, and like embracing it and like not being afraid to watch it, not being afraid to play like an old game, not being afraid to engage with something just because it's old. I'm seeing more of that. I mean, that's basically been my growing up, is like engaging with these older titles out of curiosity, which then helped kind of expand my tastes and my palate. So I'm definitely seeing that. I'm seeing that. Now I just have everyone in chat talking about their their nostalgia shit. Power Rangers, Fat Albert. But yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that with younger people, which I think goes unnoticed by like the more cynical among us. Among us? The cynics don't see that. They don't see that young people are they're younger people engaging with this stuff. They aren't playing with their, oh god, I can't even think of a young person. That's how I know things are bad. They aren't just playing with their TikToks. They're not playing with their kids don't play with fidget spinners anymore, do they? That's like a 2016 era thing. But you know what I mean. Like it's hyperbolized. Like they're generalized, and I feel it's kind of missed out on. Is like when we talk about these remakes, when we talk about like, oh, they're remaking Halo. That's why I don't think it's made for younger people. I don't know if younger people are going to be attached to this as they would just playing the original older game. I think it's easy. I think here's me. It's time for me to white pill everybody. This might be a good spot to end the stream on. I think the reason you see such a concerted effort by shills and bots and 343 defenders is because Microsoft know that younger people on their own will not become attached to this thing just because it's new. This idea, we are seeing a concerted effort to convince us that Halo needs to be remade so it can be new again. That the old game is so clunky and old. And my white pill is, it's like just it's all astroturfed. It is mostly astroturfed because outside of those Twitter comments, outside of those people saying like, "Oh, we need a Halo remake. We need this and that. We need blank remake. We need this remake." There's the reality, which is people much younger than you who maybe weren't born when the original thing came out, still having fun with the original thing. Still having fun with the old game. Still having fun with the old whatever. Not the remake. There are going to be some who prefer the remake. That absolutely happens. There's going to be a sizable number of people who just engage with the remake. But there's going to be just as many who engage with the original piece. So, chin up. That's what I'm saying. No doom and gloom from here on out. We're going to tackle the Halo remake when it comes around. We will. Yeah. When that day comes, it'll be a simple showcase of why an older game is able to easily prevail over a newer remake. There's a VTuber by the name of Chibidoki. Yes, I've seen a little bit of her. Burks recommended her to me sometimes. I've seen a lot of younger streamers do that. And guess what? It's kind of fun. It's fun seeing people try out Halo for the first time because it's just so novel. It's so cool to see. Like, for us, we've been steeped in Halo our entire goddamn lives. So it's fun to see newer people engage with it. And it's hilarious to see oh god, the bisexual lighting from the planet. I remember that tweet. That was very clearly a rage bait. That was a joke. I do not believe that for a second. You guys get to just enjoy the nice Halo CE ambiance for a little bit as I ramble. But no, that was guess who played Halo 4 and got copyright claimed again? How'd you get what was copywritten? I assume part of the soundtrack, right? Welcome back in, Pat. No, with I don't know. In 10 years, no one's going to be talking about the remake. In the same way no one talks about Halo Anniversary. Maybe that's a little presumptive. Remake culture is a lot bigger than it is now. Or is a lot bigger now back when they were just making cheap remasters 15 years ago. I understand. Like, who still talks about, like, the Call of Duty 4 remake? Who still talks about that? Who's still talking about the RE3 remake? It's the Halo 4 music every time. When are you making a video on Kingdom Hearts? Come on, bro. All right, Titus. Titus. Okay, real story. Titus tried to make me play Kingdom Hearts. Take a wild guess if I ever beat it, chat. Take a wild guess if I liked it or not. Man, we got Titus in here. I wonder if Burke's lurking in here somewhere. He was chatting in our DMs earlier. But no, I think that is the biggest white pill to take away, is that, like, the original will still captivate new people. Like, that years and years from now, it will still captivate. There are kids who their favorite game is going to be Halo, who aren't even born yet. Like, just think about that. And of course, you're going to have people say, "Oh, I prefer the remake. The remake looks nicer." They're not going to stick around. They're going to kind of fade away. Playing Halo 2 Anniversary right now, modern graphics are neat, but I adore the old art style. It's fun. The old games are beautiful. They're classic. Anyway, I'm rambling. Halo CE is a near perfect game. It's very easy to pick up. Hey, the Halo trilogy is a perfect little trilogy. That's what I always say. I know you're not big onto Halo 2, Pat. Obviously, I'm a little biased. If my Halo 2 video wasn't obvious enough, that's probably my favorite out of the trilogy. That has such good vibes. But we're not talking about Halo 2. We're talking about Halo 1. Yeah. Anyway, chin up, chat. It's not all doom and gloom. We get a fun game to bash. We get to make fun of weird shills and bots, and then we still get our old game. That's the best thing about a remake, too, is nothing will showcase why a game works better than a really bad remake that is done completely badly. I thought you were CE and Halo 3 kind of guy. Growing up, I was. I absolutely was when I was younger, when I was a kid. As an adult, I have fully switched over to Halo 2. I really do. I understand it. I understand its critiques. I understand its blemishes. Oh, but man, it is such a fun game. Anyway, I think I'll wrap it up here. I don't know. God, we've been going for 3.5 hours. Why do you watch this shit, chat? You just watch some guy ramble about the Halo remake. I've considered doing more streams. I don't know what I would do though. That's the problem. That's why I've only done streams when we get Halo news. I'll think about maybe doing more just chatting casual streams like this or whatever. Yeah. I guess what else should I say? Videos are being worked on. Before I go, videos are being because I have no friends. It's a social simulator. Video is being worked on. They will remake Halo 2. I hope not. I hope they don't get to Halo 2. I hope Halo 1's that. You guys should know the video schedule. Metroid Prime 4, that is ballooning out of proportion into a big review, but it's coming. It's being edited. I don't even want to say when I hope to have it ready by, because I know I'm going to completely miss the schedule. I'm hoping to have it not interfere with the Halo remake so I have time to work on my Halo remake review, which is going to be hard because I don't know how quickly I can write it, because that game comes out in late July. So but yeah, that's kind of the schedule. We've got that to look forward to. And yeah, Metroid Prime 4 kind of that's turning into a springboard for me wanting to do videos for the entire trilogy, which I've talked about many times in the past, and I think I'm going to commit to it. And then yeah, it'll probably be the Halo remake after that, and then maybe some other stuff after that too. We'll see. Yeah. They'll get up to Halo 2 again before crashing out in 10 years, needing to remake Halo CE. It'll be out this year. I hope so. It better be out this year. Halo from Adventure Prime Force the Antichrist, man. I could take a second of it. If you want a good in-depth review of Prime 4, you guys just wait. What are your thoughts on Prime 4? You'll have to wait and see. No, it's a bad game. It's a real bad game. It's worse than people think. Everyone's, just like I was saying with the Halo remake, everyone's focusing on the surface level details, completely unaware of how it fails as a game, just at its core. When are you going on side scrollers? I don't know. Is that a show? I feel like that's a show. I don't know. I assume that's like a talk show or something. We're never getting that OG Gundam video. I need to find more Gundam games to play. That's the thing. More mech games I'm going to look for. What's so funny is I didn't even talk about any of the Summer Games Fest games. There really wasn't that much that interested me. There was kind of that Gundam game, which looks a little cool. I don't know how I feel about Gundams versus Kaijus, though. That I'm a little iffy on. It's not my Gundam. My Gundam's Universal Century. What were the other games that they showed off? I don't even remember. I've my brain has been melted by Halo. It really has. I can't it's all that memory space has been just deleted and replaced by weird Halo knowledge. How's the new old Halo? Remains to be seen. Video game podcasts are pretty cool. I don't know them. Synthetic. I don't watch Synthetic Man. I'm sorry. He's a bit of a spurg. Your thumbnail for the stream is very cute. We'll love to download a picture of it. I should upload some of my thumbnails. I've had fun working on my weird artsy thumbnails. Anyway. All right. Chat, I don't know where else we can go from here. We're just going through the motions again. Any news on Skyrim 2? You have to ask you have to ask Pat about that. Remember all the times they said Bethesda presents and then it was like DLC for Fallout 76, like Elder Scrolls Online. I was laughing. I want to I want to say I was doing my cackle laugh, like my old man laugh. Starting Craig made side scrollers. I don't want aliens or monsters. I want Gundams versus Gundams. That's what I want. It's like an Armored Core Gundam game sounds good already. Like, you don't need to add monsters. What else? Chat, real quick. Oh, Guild Wars 3 they teased, which I'm iffy on. I've fond memories of Guild Wars 2. I was the perfect age for Guild Wars 2. That's it. Whatever. Synthetic Man or Actman? How about neither? Bethesda presents Fallout 77. Fallout 6, 7. Alright, whatever. Good night, chat. I don't know when I'll stream again. I don't know if I will. We'll see. I'll figure it out. Anyway, good night, everybody. Take care.